transmitting video.
All
Our
right.
current usage just went up 99%. Something is happening. Let go.
I'm allergic to microphone.
I'm taking over your computer.
All right, we will go ahead and begin. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, we continued our investigation of the Brotherhood of Dawn base in the Forsaken Chapel out in the middle of the Varen Wood to see if we can find the Book of the Dead to bring it back to Cyrano, because Cyrano says that he can use the Book of the Dead and use the rest of his power to basically destroy the fog. We found out that we needed a total of 6 keys. We have found a total of 5 of them. And at this point, we've got a couple of decisions to make. We found where the main remainder of these cultists are, but we've not explored quite everything yet. So we will pick it up there on today's episode of Dragon Ball Z.
We did really good.
Yeah, no, we harmonized in everything, man.
And I'm tone deaf.
All right, so everybody should be kind of starting to load into the Brotherhood of Dawn base. And guys, we are nearing the end of Chapter 2. If things go according to plan today, then it looks like we might be completing the second chapter of this crazy fucking campaign that I've come up with. So we are just gonna go ahead and kind of just wait to load in here. Let me go ahead and get some music playing for us.
Sounds lit. Did anybody think of anything to do about the Cyrano situation, since we're not totally sure what we want to do with the book yet? Anybody have any idea?
I thought
I
we were
liked
gonna read it
Guardian's idea.
or something.
I'm sorry, what was it? What was
It was to let I think it was to let Ignotus read it since he's a mage, right?
Oh yeah, maybe that was right.
Something like read it to see if what Cyrano said is accurate, right? I can't remember what Cyrano said though.
Because Cyrano's what is it, death cleaner?
Yeah.
He's something.
Because
But he didn't tell us that.
No, he said that he was going to use the Book of the Dead to move the fog, or he was going to. So we got to figure out if that's accurate.
That makes sense.
So while everybody's loading in, let's kind of go around the circle. Let's tell a fun fact about our characters while we're loading in. Let's make use of this time. I'll just start from left to right, top to bottom in the Discord call. Magmar, what's a fun fact about yourself?
About myself or the character?
About the character.
Okay. So once
we don't care about you, Jacob.
Yeah, I was about to say it's okay. They're actually kind of related. So one time in the jungle, Magmar, as a private, will say, in one of his expeditions, he was going through and like chopping a lot of shit with like a machete type situation. We'll say he was using it as axes, and he ended up getting a ton of whatever the equivalent of poison ivy is all over his hands, and he didn't realize it. And he went and took a leak. And he woke up that night with an outrageously itchy penis. And he was concerned that perhaps, he had fallen victim to one of those loose dwarven gals back home.
One of those loose dwarven gals with the split beards and the...
Which is something that kind of happened to me. Like I was when I was doing overnight bakes, I got off work, so it was like 6 a.m, and I'm like pulling out because I'm like, I'll do some yard work. And so I'm like pulling out these weeds. I had no idea. I went like took a leak and took a shower, went to bed, and like I woke up in the afternoon and just like my penis was just itching, bro. I was like, your first instinct is just like, oh my god, what have I done? Like I was like out here, but these where your mind goes first, and then I was like, oh, because it was also all over my arms. It was lame for like 3 or 4 days.
Damn. So Magmar might have some scarring downstairs from the itching.
You gotta leave it alone, man. You can't touch it.
You can't scratch.
He's like, it's like that episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog when Eustace has got that fucking gross fungusy foot, and he's like, scratch. He's like scratching it all the time when you're not supposed to.
Now I imagine Magmar like wrapped his beard around it and just kind of like used like dry toweled it like you do under your bottom, you know?
He's just sitting there smacking it like you're patting your weave or something because you can't scratch it. You just...
Right, exactly.
What do you mean by
All
that?
right.
What do you mean by that, Trey?
When you have weave in your hair, you can't scratch it or else it'll come out. So you got to pat it. Do you not have any black friends that are female, Reader? This is
That's
saying a
not-
lot more about me than it is about a lot more about you than it is about me.
Yeah. That's telling you a lot more about you than it is me.
Listen, man, I'm sorry, but in the face of such racism, sometimes I get ahead of myself and I'm not able to speak clearly. Speaking of which, Johnny Cash Fiddlefinger, what is a fun fact about you?
Johnny Cash Fiddlefingers, as discussed last episode, has daddy issues and is really disappointed in Cyrano and his thoughts about him. I don't know if does that count as a fun fact, or does everybody kind of already know that?
I think everybody kind of already knows that, but that could also be your fun fact. It could just be like really what's weighing heavily on your mind right now.
Yeah, when we took a nap, I cried myself to sleep because I thought Cyrano was going to be a father figure.
I had a dream about poison ivy.
All right, Ignotus, what is a fun fact about yourself?
Are we sharing this like in game with each character?
Sure, yeah, this is like part of like team bonding exercises that y'all do in between sessions.
Okay, well this makes this even funnier.
Y'all are all holding hands when you're telling this, by the way.
My fun fact is that I've secretly been admiring Kinzo's acrobatic abilities, and like I'm secretly jealous of how he can just like flip around and like do ninja shit. So like when no one's looking, I'm like in the corner, like doing stretches, you know, and like trying to like limber up.
He's like, oh man, I gotta get these hammies going. Ugh, I'll never be able to do a fucking somersault like Kinzo if I don't limber up first.
Like earlier in the dungeon when everyone had walked off, I tried to do a front flip and just face planted. But I'm working on it.
Like fucking Ignotus is the ultimate Kinzo fanboy. He's got the t-shirt and everything. Like
He keeps saying to himself, "I want to be ninja."
I almost had the idea last episode to like get Ignotus to like Naruto run like Kinzo just to fucking just like run into combat like that.
Anytime that Kinzo is running at anything faster than a walk, his hands are behind his back. He's Naruto running. He's running so fast he can dodge bullets.
This is true.
All right, Guardian, it is your turn.
All right, so my fun fact is that, and I wouldn't share this with anyone in the world in the party, but Johnny Cash is growing on me. I'm starting to like him a little bit, and but I give him a hard time for it.
That's kind of the thing about Johnny Cash is like you start out not liking him, but he just can't help but fall in love with the guy. You know what I mean? He's just so fucking stupid, but like so honest when it's important, but so
such a typecast role
like,
for Reader.
But like I'll still like spit in his face and like call him a heathen, but I still kind of like him a little bit.
But secretly, you want to be a heathen too.
Guardian wants to know what it's like to take a step on the wild side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Guardian secretly is sad that Johnny Cash had sad sex because he had no sex, and sad sex is better than no sex.
Guardian's able to do hands-free orgasms while he's meditating.
Hey, could it be canon? Because I mean, I'm guessing we're in a time where there's no condoms.
No, dude, condoms have been around for 1,000,000 years, bro.
Yeah, but this is 1,000,001 years ago.
Dude, condoms were made out of like fucking sheep bladders and like fucking like the garbage parts of animals.
Johnny Cash didn't have any. So is there the possibility I got that guard pregnant?
Daddy, what is your fun fact?
No, let him answer. Let him answer.
Let's just say that on the episode where you had sex, Reader, remember the very last thing I did on the episode where I made a secret roll?
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh,
I want to come back and the guard's gonna be, what have you done to me?
like you see her again and she's like, I miss my period. Like
I'll pull Anthony Edwards. I'll just go, I hate for that child to come to this world without a father, get an abortion, send a video.
Reader's like, yeah, I'm gonna go get some cigarettes.
Jesus.
All right, Daddy, what is your fun fact?
her fun fact is that she secretly feels sorry for Lamb's alter ego. I'll be honest, I forgot the name. There's
Ikarak?
Ikarak is the violent brute, right? And then there's
Mhm.
Lamb is the coward, right?
No,
It's vice versa.
Yeah.
Oh,
Versa
okay.
vice,
Well,
versa vice.
then she feels secretly sorry for Ikarak then. And
Ikarak-
one
Ikarak is like
saying right?
foaming at the mouth and having a seizure. What?
Currently, yes. But while we were in that prison for a while there, Ikarak was the forefront of that character. And Lamb doesn't know this, but Daddy used to use finger puppets to comfort him.
Oh, that's adorable.
It's nice. Period
So do you
prison
just-
were made out of like, I'm sorry, they made out of like dead rats and like.
Yeah, yeah. Bones and
Yeah.
Boons. That's fucking adorable. Ikarak has a fun fact about Ikarak. Something is really playing up with his what's that fucking neurological disease that makes you have a seizure whenever
epilepsy.
yeah, no, this fog is really fucking with Ikarak's epilepsy, and it is just he's not having a good time. He's he's like going through like fucking like One by Metallica music video right now. Like, darkness imprisoning me, all that I see. Claremont, I've taken my dick, taken my balls, taken my penis.
What about Old Orc?
Old
yeah,
Orc,
what is fun? Yeah.
Old Orc says, well, it wasn't my turn. Kinzo, what is your fun fact?
Oh shit, dude.
I want to hear Old Orcs first.
Oh no, my friend, I insist. I have such a breadth of experience and stories that I could tell that I need to contemplate for a moment and actually remember mine. I didn't really expect to be part of this.
Oh. So, back in the Ninja Village, Kenzo did run a acrobatics class for the young Guinea, which means young ninja. So he would be happy to show Ignotus some tricks because in the world of ninjas, the pedophiles are also very acrobatic and hard to get away from. So we really had to teach the children to be agile, to get away from people like Fiddlefinger and other deviants.
Wait, time out. You're telling me it's canon that Kenzo was at one time a YN?
At one time, still is.
He still got them YN tendencies.
Uh-huh.
I mean, think about Kenzo for a sec. I mean, like, he left his village because he didn't want to have to participate in like the graduation ceremony of his like ninja academy. Because in order to do that, you've got to kill the rest of your classmates, and whoever survives is the one that gets to graduate.
Damn, that's hardcore. I didn't know that.
Oh, so you have more of a Gaara background than Naruto, then, right?
A little bit of everything.
Nice.
But who is Gara?
Gaara? Oh, it's so in Avernus we had TVs and we could pick it up in different realms.
We just watched a show called Naruto.
You have to tell me about it sometime.
It's pretty good. I can only tell you about the first Naruto. I can't tell you anything about. There's a second one called Shippuden, which is barely a lot better.
I bet it is.
Yeah, they had it in sub and dub. So
Old Orc says, "That is a great fun fact." My
The
fun
Old Orc-
fact is I once set my village's standing long jump record. 23 feet I jumped from a standstill.
Oh my god, it's Old Orc.
Nobody's ever been able to do it again since. I used to do squats like a motherfucker.
How far do you think you could jump now?
Well, I guess it depends on the situation, but I don't know if I could ever push myself that far ever again.
Old Orc, don't say what you can't do, only say what you can do, because you will do.
You're right. Old Orc, he kind of like squats down and he goes, "Fuah!" And he jumps up like 15 feet in the air. He says, "I kind of still have it." All right. So there's a couple different things that we could do here. There is one really important thing that y'all haven't seen yet that is in a room that y'all have been in, but not through all the way. And there also is, you peeked in last session and saw that the boss is kind of chilling there with one of his devotees. What do we do?
Now, when you're saying there's a room, like it's a room we've been to, it's not the room that the boss is in. It's a room that we've been to, but we missed something in it.
Yeah. So basically, there's a room that y'all went into. So like, the only thing that y'all haven't found that has been like alluded to so far would be the Lock Devil. And the Lock Devil, funnily enough, y'all have walked by many times, but just like never actually seen.
Oh, was it that thing that came from that was summoned and then disappeared?
What?
When we fought
That's gotta be him.
when we fought
The
that
devil.
Dawn Brotherhood of Dawn guy, and he summoned 2 demons, and one of them disappeared.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Everybody make me a wisdom check, but Johnny Cash, you'll do it at an advantage. You need to roll
What was
me a
it?
15 or higher.
What was that
Wisdom.
thing called?
A closet.
Closet.
Guardian realizes.
I rolled a 14. I'm gonna shoot my legs.
I rolled a nat 20. Holy crap.
Oh, you did? Yeah. All right. So, Guardian, what you realize is like, oh my fucking god, we completely lost track of that closet. Oh no. Oh shit. You start kind of like thinking about like your studies of closets from your past life. Some of your like previous life's knowledge gets like kind of like divined into you, and you're like, a closet is like a really, really super duper low level demon. Kind of like a mischievous little creature, not like super duper dangerous like an imp, but like they have like the ability to like turn invisible. They can like they're basically little trickster devils. But they're used by like a lot of like low level mages and warlocks to basically be familiars to like complete simple tasks for them. But if you kill the summoner, then they cease to be.
No.
So he's gone.
Yep, y'all did kill that guy.
Alright, so it's not him.
We never explored the room with the bats, but I don't know. I feel like he said that we've walked by the
Yeah.
the devil before, so
Wilmer says, I think I might know where to go if y'all unless y'all just want to figure it out.
We'll follow you, Gizmo.
Yeah.
lead the way.
What do you think, Gizmo? I mean, Glimmer?
I think it's over here because like there's a big area that we've like not really been to yet, and just like if you get lost, just follow my light. I turned Glimmer's flashlight on for everybody, by the way. He's like, oh wait a second, this appears to be locked. He says, can anybody open this door?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a strength check real quick.
I
Right.
have a
Trey,
lockpick.
could you
I
just
have a
pick us
lockpick.
up and move us, please?
Yeah,
This door is like fucking with me.
All we
Oh,
need
hang
to
on, I
do
got
is
you.
roll a 5.
Yeah, we can let Daddy lockpick it. I did all the lockpicking last time.
Yeah, let's get Daddy in here and she'll do a lockpick. And we'll do this at advantage. You need to roll me a 13 or higher. So what I'll do, Daddy, is I'll go ahead and put you here. Daddy, can you roll me a dexterity check at advantage, por favor? All right, that is definitely higher than a 13 or higher. So
It's that
you
20.
unlock these doors. Basically, you're like going in there and you're like fiddling around in the lock. You've got your lock pick and you're going clink, 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 and the thing just gives way and opens. And on the other side of this door, you see a devil with a hellhound. The devil turns around to you and he says, hey, 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 I don't like people sneaking up on me. Who are you? Who are you?
Devil, I'm Johnny Cash Fiddlefingers. I think I recognize you from Avernus.
He said, he actually kind of turns and looks at you and he says, Johnny Cash Fiddlefinger? No, it's not you.
I give him a riff.
You and he says, Johnny Cash Fiddlefinger? No, it's not. Or your guitar.
Fiddle, because he'll be familiar with the fiddle instead of the guitar.
All right, so you hit him with a. And he's like, holy shit! I never thought I'd meet you, man. Oh, dude, I used to love your stuff back in the day.
I go to dap him up and I'm like, take the CD too, my boy.
You dap him up and like you come away and like your hand is bleeding. You're gonna take 1 damage from dapping him up.
Devil,
You look
what's
at
your
him.
name?
My name? I'm Lockie.
Lockie. I'm just curious. What made my hand bleed? That kind of hurt.
I'm a barbed devil.
That makes sense. And I should have recognized that from the barbs in your body. Who summoned you here? What are you doing here?
Well, me being a lock devil, I don't really get a whole lot of say in what I get to do, but apparently there's some kind of situation going on in here with like some kind of like arcane lock. They need a total of 6. But honestly, I think I could probably make it work with 5.
A word?
All right, that's cool. Do you like the guy who summoned you, or do you like Johnny Cash more?
Well, I mean, duh. Of course, I like you more, man. You wrote some of my favorite music back from when I was a kid.
Bet. You want to help us out?
Yeah, sure. So, like, I'll just go ahead and let you know what I know. So, like, basically what's going on here is there's some kind of, like, book that these guys are wanting. I don't know. I'm only on contract with some guy named Tingle. He's not even really a very powerful summoner, to be honest with you, which is why, he had to spend 3 days trying to summon me. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. What's that?
What a little bitch. Took him that long?
Yeah, he's a fucking loser. What can I say? But anyway, so there's some kind of like book, and it's got something to do with like the undead or whatever. And I'm supposed to help them crack this lock. They've not had any luck. They've been kind of like looking through here these past couple days, looking for any kind of like there's a set of enchanted keys. Their leader was able to use some divination to find out that there's some keys around here. A total of them, in total, we need about 6. But here's the thing, and this is why I'm such a badass. All right, you ready for this?
Ready, Lucky.
There are 6 magical incantations on this barrier. If I could just get 5 of the keys, I could use process of elimination to divine a spell to go ahead and crack the 5th barrier. And you know what? The 6th barrier. But and I think that's going to probably be important because this is kind of like a small, a piece of knowledge from lock devil to lock devil. But a lot of times these places, if you need a certain amount of keys, they just won't even make the last one if they want something to be like eternally sealed. But there has to be like some reciprocity in the weave. They have to have like some opposite to the positive. So either they'll make the key and stick it somewhere else, or they won't make a key at all. So
Gotcha.
I've seen this happen a bunch of times before. If I can just get 5 keys, I'll be able to create an arcane key through process of elimination to go ahead and fix the barrier. But we're still waiting on these fucking idiots to bring me the keys. It's been like 2 days. People keep on dying.
Where's the door that you would open up if you got those keys?
So it's not a door. So basically behind you guys, there's a big chamber that has like the main head honcho. He is sitting there and he's trying to use like so here's the deal with these guys, all right? Their problem is that they're working with necromantic magic, but they know nothing about it, right? All right. These guys are specifically like devil worshippers, all right? And those two schools of magic have nothing to do with each other. So these guys are fucking way in over their head.
Of course. Well, cool. So, in theory, if we gave it to you, unlocked it, would they know that it's unlocked at that time and enter that door?
Well, it has nothing to do with the door. So like basically, whenever I have enough keys or have the 6 keys or am able to, convalesce something, basically I'm supposed to hand over I'm supposed to basically put all the keys into one form and hand them over to their leader Falerian, and and if you haven't seen him, he's like a little twig boy, a little tiny guy, and they're supposed to be able to dispel it with that, and that's the end of my contract. If they do that, I get to go.
Well, hear me out. Theory, say we had the keys and stuff, and you did that. Would you mind giving us that key? If we have them, of course. I can go and look for them.
My contract specifically states that I am to take the keys and turn them into one form. It doesn't say anybody. It doesn't tell me anything about who has to do it.
So, in theory, you just have to make it and you give us the key?
Yeah. I mean, if you found all 5 pieces.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right with you, Lucky.
You look over, and then, like, his hellhound is just kind of, like, looking at you and slobbering. He's like, oh, don't mind him. He hasn't eaten in about 1,000 years.
Oh, I go in my bag, and I have a bone, and I give it to him.
He kind of, like, looks at it and, like, looks at you angrily. And he's like, my dog doesn't eat anything that doesn't have a heartbeat.
Does he eat dead people?
Does a dead person have a heartbeat?
He can imagine it. I don't know.
Is that a zombie?
Yeah, I'm just trying to be a nice guy. I'll be right back, Lucky. All right, I tell everybody what Lucky just said and want a consensus of what we would do.
I think we should do it.
Yeah, I think we should definitely do it. I think it's our only choice, honestly.
I actually have an idea. I think when we're ready to fight this guy, maybe a couple of us can disguise ourselves as Brotherhood members, and I can spawn an illusion of this arcane key that this devil conjures up, and we can trick the boss man into thinking that it's the actual key, and maybe we can get the jump on him.
Oh,
Glimmer says that is a really, really good idea. In fact, Kinzo, you have the ability to, I mean, you're dressed up as one of them, and you have Ascending Stone. So, Guardian, you don't have the ability to transform or disguise yourself in any way. Why don't you be on the away team? And then we kind of go through this like SEAL Team 6 style. Like Team B, who can't change forms on one side, and then Team A, who can through the front.
It's Braden. Is it Braden, Kinzo, and I that can transform into other things?
It is Braden, Reader, Kinzo, and Kerplatz. Kerplatz can change forms as well.
Can we
I
take
can also
like
create reasons as well.
like 20 seconds?
Sure.
I need like 20 seconds.
We're definitely gonna have to fight him.
We definitely don't want to give them the key though. We want to make them think that we have given them the key, and then distract them enough to where the away team can get in there. And I mean, I was thinking like, what if Kinzo like teleports behind this guy, and like, you remember I spoke to the dead last time, and the dead hinted at that his weakness was that he wasn't very strong. So maybe somebody can like get close to him and just like pin him down, you know?
You're also
do that.
So you're a giant dragon.
Hey, I'm gonna go pee. Y'all keep on discussing this. I'm liking where this is going. I just need to go pee real quick.
Yeah. The other thing I was gonna say, Braid, you have 2 things you can do. You can disguise and lead the invisible team, or you can go invisible, be on B team, go behind him and get the jump and just pin him down, because you're still a big dragon.
I mean, yeah, that's true. My strength is only like up to 10 though, so.
Oh, okay.
I have like advantage on strength, but like there's not really a good way for me to like I can't Misty Step or anything crazy. So
Yeah, but you do have sneak though, right? You can sneak.
I do
right?
have sneak, but like there's no way because there's ads in there, like so there's no way I'm gonna be able to sneak all the way up to wherever this like boss guy is and get behind him. You know, like
Yeah,
there's
but in theory, like we could distract them and then like divert their attention to where you could sneak behind them.
yeah. I mean, it would kind of just depend on
Sorry.
what Trey said, you know, because
Yeah,
like
I
from
can
their
teleport.
positioning of what I saw last time when we opened the door, it looked like they were all kind of in a V shape. So in order for me to like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I
I can
think if I
teleport 30
remember right,
feet.
when we went into the town, didn't we buy a potion of invisibility at the
I
beginning?
don't have one.
I don't
have
have.
one.
I could have sworn we bought one.
Kinzo, what's your strength?
My good attitude. Oh, you mean the
He's like, yeah, I'm just too hard a worker.
Trey, did we
Give me a
buy
second.
a potion of invisibility when we went to town on the first time?
Yeah, and
could've
Kyle
sworn we-
used it. He sucked it down during
dang it.
that camp fight in the bandit camp when y'all fought but like before y'all fought the Yehagu.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dang it.
But Kinzo does have something.
I have instant transmission. I can teleport right to him.
Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
have minor illusion where I could create any minor illusion.
Kinzo has like a moment where he remembers the very first, or actually second episode of this whole campaign before we even started streaming it. And like he remembers the part where we were in that that general store with like the really like kind old man that was like married to that big ogre woman that like didn't talk and her name was like Thud or some shit. Kinzo remembers stealing a potion of healing and a potion of hill giant strength that he's never used.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I've been saving that for a rainy day.
This is the rainy
Yeah.
day, man.
it's raining,
Yeah.
Kenzo.
Do y'all see clouds?
I see rain.
Okay,
Yeah, there's
so
a lot
DM,
because it's
if
looking at my internet connection.
if we do something like this to where we're like, like have the advantage, on the attack, how would that benefit us? Like, how could we go into the combat?
So basically, what's going to happen is it's going to go into like Call of Duty, like room breaching slow mo time, and you're going to get something called surprise. So you guys will all get to do your turns before they can even react, and
Hell
then
yeah.
we roll initiative, and then we do the combat. So you guys all
Okay.
get a free hit on whomever.
So we all need to
Oh.
go for the big man.
Because
Yeah,
I can transmission
Yeah.
behind him with my heal giant strength and my my heal giant strength, and do whatever I do.
and that could be like so. What we could do, Braden, Daddy, and we can be disguised going there. We're talking to them about this thing. The surprise will be you instant transmissioning and pinning him down, and Magmar and Kyle, or Magmar and Guardian coming in and attacking.
We'll
But
burst.
I
I
can
like
pin him
it.
down,
Yeah.
or I can just straight up kill him.
What'd
And I
you say, Magmar?
I was saying, well, we'll come in through this left door, like the one where we finished last time. I think that's a good spot
Yeah,
because you guys are gonna be coming in from the front.
Let's
and
do it, dude. I'm down.
and I'm gonna ask Lucky if the Hellhound wants to come with us. So since he's hungry, he can eat one of them.
So like Lockie's been kind of like listening to this whole thing. He's been just kind of like eavesdropping. And he says, "Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. All right. I am not contractually obligated to stop you from what you're doing right now, but I'm contractually obligated to not participate in what you're doing right now. Same goes with the dog.
Oh, that's fine. I was looking out for what's the Hellhound's name?
Pookie.
Nice. I was
And then like as soon as he says Pookie, like the hellhound kind of like looks and he's like yep, and he's like kind of like spilling his like gross like green saliva down the side of his mouth. Like he's basically just like if you could imagine like a wolf that has no hair, that is like that looks like it's on steroids its entire life, and is also like kind of like coursing with lava.
nice.
That is what a
Nice.
hellhound looks like. He's like dribbling out like green like goo out of his lips. He's like yip yip, and he's like they're all like, oh, I love you, Pookie. I love you, Pookie. And they like start like he like lets the dog lick him in the lips because that is definitely
He's a-
lawful evil. And if
He's a
you
white-
do that, viewer, if you let your dog lick you in the lips, then you're fucking evil and weird and
He's a
fucking
white
stop.
demon, huh? He's a white.
Yeah, no, Lucky, I didn't know your whole contractual obligation, not trying to get you in trouble. I just know Pookie was hungry and was looking out. But before you go back, too, there's also some giant bats. If you wanted to eat them.
He's
They're
like,
alive and
no,
well.
he can go another 1,000 years or so. Besides, he only eats foie gras. Ain't that right, Pookie?
That's some fancy stuff.
Only the best for my Pookie.
That's good. Well, cool. Ignotus, do you want to give him the keys?
Yeah, let's do it.
Like, oh, wait a sec, you got all the keys?
I got
So
all
they
the
left the
keys.
5 keys here. This is some pretty elementary stuff right here. So you didn't find the 6th one, did you?
We didn't.
This is gonna take me about an hour.
Now.
Why don't y'all go ahead and do what you got to do, and just pretend that you're giving them some kind of key or something, or use some illusions or whatnot, and do what you got to do. And but maybe by the time y'all finish that fight, I'll have this key ready.
All right, can you give me an idea of what the key looks like?
Well, it's gonna look like, and he like gives you all the keys, and it's like, all right, just like a line. So like basically these keys, they have like a big kind of like a half oval, and they're all like marked with like Landarothi numbering.
Mhm.
1 through 5, 1 through 6, and we're missing what, number 5 or something. I don't remember which one we're even missing anymore.
Awesome.
So he shows that to you. And they've all got like teeth in unique places, and they're all uniquely serrated. But they're all like kind of like giving off like a slight like reddish orange glow to them.
Ooh. Question.
Uh-huh.
If he had the 6th key, how long would it take him to make it? If we're doing an hour process right now, like if he starts this process, but then we get the 6th key, how long would it take him to have that key available?
He says, well, judging from my understanding of these kind of situations, they probably would have taken the key, and they probably would have kept it somewhere else.
Oh,
I mean, we don't need the key. We don't need the key before the book. Was all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
we can go fuck these guys up and then come back and get the key.
Yeah.
No, I got that. The only reason I was asking is because I was thinking if we're disguised and they have that key and we say, hey, like, we found this many and gave it to the lot guy. Do you have this? And he can make it quicker. But then that ruins the whole surprise, so never mind. It's a stupid idea, I know. I'm sorry.
You do. It's okay. It's okay. We're all here for you.
Liver kind of comes up to you, and he like kind of like nestles in the nook of your neck, and he's like, "Listen, Johnny, this may not have been the plan for right now, but I love the way your brain works. I just want to let you know."
I give him a kiss on the like metal cheek.
You feel something kiss back.
Oh God.
All right, so who's the home team? Who's disguising?
It's everybody but me and I guess Kenzo's teleporting him.
Yeah, Kenzo's gonna be with you guys to teleport in. It'll be Braden, Deddy, or it'll be Ignotus, Deddy, and I.
Word.
I'm about to
All
go
right.
ahead and drink my short bus potion.
Short bus potion.
The
I can't say
potion
that,
of
can I?
Vivian B. Adams.
Yeah.
You look on the label, and it said produced by Vivian B. Adams.
I look at Ignotus. And I say, "Hey, let's act like we have rings, and let's fist bump, and then we say transform into the form of, and then we just transform."
All right, that sounds cool.
It's based on
Hold
a
on,
really show.
Both of y'all need to roll me a charisma check of at least 30 between the two of you for that to not look super gay.
Let's do it, bro.
Do we get an advantage since we're surrounded?
No.
No.
Aw.
Oh,
Just roll
All right, it looked pretty cool when that happened.
nice.
So Braden and and Reader, what does that look like together?
So I
You go with it, dude. I don't know what it looks like.
since you're doing the illusion of the key, I use my predicaditch or whatever it's called to make fake rings on us, and I say, "All right, Johnny Cash Fiddle Fingers, Ignotus," and we fist bump. I go, "Form of bandit or whatever the bandit. Who are we transforming into?
Occultist.
Form
Yeah,
of
I'm
cultist."
lucky.
And so I fist. I go, boom. I go, snoop. I get 2
He
feet.
should have rolled that roll at disadvantage for that story.
GM, my strength did not increase.
Oh, I got you. Hang on.
So I need to put on my helmet.
No.
Grandmaster.
All right, hang on. So you use the potion of Hill Giant Strength, changes your strength to 21. So let me go ahead and do that for you. Features, details, strength. 21. All right, there you go.
Can I
Get a
be
plus-
more lean instead of mass so I don't rip my clothes?
So here's what happens. So like you take this potion of Hill Giant Strength and like you try to like and it's got like it's like a big like fat bottom casing of it, but it's got a big long neck. And you're like gonna like and nothing comes out and you're like and you do this for a while and it looks really weird. But eventually but eventually like a bunch of like fucking green goo like goes into your throat and it's like a bunch of like green leaves and all of a sudden you're like and it tastes like spinach and like all of a sudden like you're just fucking ripped like your clothes are all a little bit tighter but like you're like oh my god yes and then you say something to the effect of like, "Oh yes, I feel great. I can do this. I can win."
You're like Vegeta, like before he did like this
Good-
extra Super
good
Saiyan
callback.
transformation in cells.
Yep.
Can he sound like Macho Man Randy Savage? Like
Hold
that's
on.
a side effect.
You're
No,
not
he's
dealing
kind of
with
like
the
Piccolo.
average. You're not dealing with the average ninja warrior anymore.
Only if you had this against what's his name?
Raccoon.
Yeah.
We're gonna change his name from Kenzo to Kimbo.
Lights.
That was good.
Rest in peace.
Fucking you're getting inspiration for that one. That is fucking the funniest shit I've heard all day. You get double inspiration. You can or wait, no, that's combat inspiration. And you fuck. Yeah, you got 2 inspirations. Like you're loading it up. All right, so Kenzo, you wanted to approach from the south, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he's gonna teleport in, right?
Yep. So
It's-
I mean, like
thought-
he
I
could
thought
like
as
walk
we walk-
in.
Because I'm in disguise already.
Yeah,
Like we all walk in together and I just teleport behind.
right.
Yeah, you can
Mhm.
teleport behind whenever it's appropriate, whenever you want to.
Mhm.
Yeah, all right. So I'll walk in, I'll distract them, and then what I'll do is right before I'll walk up and try to hand them the key, and I'll trip to distract them, and then that'll be the signal. Everybody jump in. Kenzo, grab him from behind.
And Kenzo, you'll have to relay all of this to the away team because you and Guardian have the sending stones.
Guardian. I just relayed the plan to Guardian.
You have it like
Heard the plan.
he has it in the hood. He has it in the hood so they don't see it. So it's like on his ear and his mouth.
Yeah, he's got like the fucking Unk like earpiece that goes around his neck when he's not using it. Like,
I'm a fucking trucker.
Yeah.
all right. All right. So I guess we start with the
18.
with the A team. Actually, here's what it is. A team is going to be the ones that are currently disguised. Team 1 will be the non-disguised team. That way, everybody's on the same level.
Everybody knows numbers are better than letters. There's way more numbers.
A is the first letter, but 1 is the second number.
An infinite amount.
Yeah.
All right, we ready? Let's do this.
Yep, let's do it.
Let's go.
All right. So we open the doors. We walk in slowly. Everybody is disguised as a person, associated with this cult. You see the leader Valerian here. He's dressed in like an opulent robe with like gold trimmings down the side, and then he's like flanked by one of the fanatics, and they're both like going Ie Jesu Domine Dona Eis Requiem.
I'm gonna walk in like all flamboyant. Hey, look who it is, your favorite lock devil.
Valerian's eyes, they kind of like go, they like settle back in his skull because his eyes roll back in his head. And he says, the devil. What
Yeah,
news do
it's-
you have?
Well, I got your key.
You have the key?
Yeah, right
Most
here.
excellent. Where? And he says, you must be the ones who are responsible. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Your place in the retribution is complete.
Hey, we out here.
He
Thanks,
says, we
Valerian.
really do be out here.
Thanks, Valerian. That's why you're the best.
Say, Big Man V, I thought there were gonna be more Donna Brotherhood guys with you in here.
There were at one point.
Oh, okay.
Alas, this barrier requires souls.
Oh, okay.
Thank God I went out looking for keys.
You mean to tell me that we had all the keys here this entire time?
Well, it
We
took 'em some time to
sacrificed like
find 'em.
28 people.
Jesus.
Brother, that's why you sent us.
And then like this cultist fanatic right here is obviously like very not having a good time. He's sitting there like kind of like shivering, shaking.
Hey, was his soul up next?
Says, it certainly was.
Oh, brother, we just saved you. How you feeling, man?
He says, I'm feeling much better. But are we sure the keys work?
Does the key work? You're talking about locking.
Yeah, you know what it is. All right, Big Man V, here's the key.
And he's
All
like,
right, lock-
my name starts with an F, but I guess do we share very much of an alphabet?
It's Valerian with a V, bro.
It's Valerian with an F.
Oh shit, this is awkward. All right, I'm just gonna walk up to him and hold out the key.
All right. So like he reaches out and he grabs the key, and he actually gets scratched a little bit. Roll me an intelligence check to see if the illusion scratches him and he believes that he's been scratched.
Wait, bro, I was gonna trip
Gosh.
before he grabbed it.
Oh, is that what you want to do?
Yeah,
That's what I was waiting on.
that was the plan. I was gonna trip right before he grabbed it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, so you're like, here you go. What does that look like?
And can you act it out since you have the camera on?
Yeah, no. Lockie's gonna walk up like all flamboyant and reach out the key, and he's gonna trip on one of his barbed wires, and just gonna, just like fall towards him.
All right.
And then before Locky Braden Ignotus hits the ground, I teleport behind V Valerian and I ninja sweep his leg and then put my kunai between his neck like in a cross shape fashion.
All right. So let's do a strength roll off. You need to beat me a 5.
Damn. That's super easy. Come on.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
yellow bus strength too.
Rolls a nat 1.
I mean,
Please.
Oh my god!
Oh, you rolled an 8.
No, that was a
God.
saving throw. That was a saving throw. You didn't click the right thing.
Oh, okay, nice.
Where is
It's a
the
check.
other one? I
At
only
the
see
top.
one.
So like you see how like on your character sheet there's the thing
Yeah.
that says saving throws. To the left of that, there's something that says skills.
I got you.
Yeah,
Oh,
strength.
There you
check
go,
top.
21.
Nice.
All right. So that exactly happens. You hit your teleport, and it sounds a little something like, and you teleport right behind the guy, and you sweep his leg, and you basically have him like Count Dooku in that fucking Star Wars movie.
Let's see it.
And then all of a sudden, this guy looks at you, and he starts to like say, "Azarath Metrion," and we have whoever goes next. Who wants to go next? We're in surprise mode, so we can do whatever we want. So we can.
Somebody's got to deal with the red dude. Quick.
I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him with my gun.
All right, you'll do so at advantage. You need to beat me a 13.
Oh my god!
That hit.
Nice.
Roll me a damage.
Oh yeah.
3. Perfect.
I aim at his hands as he's like conjuring him up.
I'll shoot
Alright.
some magic missiles too. And unless you have another action, don't you, Justin? Sorry.
No, that's it.
All right,
Let's
Ignotus, you're gonna
see.
hit him with magic missile.
Yes.
All right, you're gonna do me 2 more. So 5, 9, 13. He takes 13 damage. That actually quite fucks him up.
On top of the 30.
Magmar is going to go into a rage, but very quietly because he wants to sneak into the room. So he's gonna kind of be doing it internally. He's like, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna like sneak in the door, and because I haven't been able to see anybody. Where are the other people? I only see him.
He's right here.
This guy's
I see him.
restrained right now, and there's the guy right next to
Oh.
him. Glimmer kind of like flies in and like puts a spotlight on the people here because it's really dark in here.
I still don't see any like ads.
It's
There's
just one.
one.
It's
Yeah,
just
there's
Do
the.
you
just
mind if
one.
I just look around for a second? Does someone view it for me?
It's just this one guy here.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't even really have to be sneaky then.
Yeah.
So as Magmar, so yeah, Magmar thought he needed to be really sneaky, and then like when he sees it's just the one guy, he's just gonna full clip run at him, and be like, oh, you know. So I'm gonna just run straight up to him. And I'm.
Are you gonna attack the boss or the cultist fanatic?
I
Go
think
for
it
the-
just makes sense. I'm gonna go for the boss, bro.
All right, roll me 2 attacks at advantage.
I'm
Either
on top
beat me
of him.
out. A 12. 10 does not hit.
Yeah.
Is that an advantage?
Oh, I thought it did.
I don't think so.
There we go.
Yeah, I clicked advantage, but it doesn't say it.
Oh, well maybe, yeah, it doesn't say it, but maybe. Yep, there it is. Yep, there was 2. So
Okay.
basically roll me 1 damage, and then we're gonna add +2 to it because you're raging.
Word.
5, 7. So he's going to be at that much. All right.
Is it my turn?
Next, I think it's going to be Deddy. We didn't actually roll for this, so I'm just kind of like going off of everybody's like dexterity.
Okay.
I'm gonna go and finish off this occultist here
All right.
with a fury of blows.
All right. Roll me 2 unarmed strikes at advantage. You need to overcome a 13.
Nice.
That one hits.
Nice.
That one also hits. Roll me 2 damages. 6. 4. That's 10 damage. He is very, very fucked up.
Almost.
You've also got your nunchuck attack if you want
Yeah,
to use
let's
that.
go and do that. Yep, let's finish him.
Ooh.
Oh.
Did you do that at advantage?
Oh, you know
Yeah,
what?
it looks like it is.
Did I? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so that one doesn't quite hit him.
Okay.
All right.
Come on, Guardian.
Now this should give the guy cause to pause because I have 2 kunai at his boss's neck.
So the cultist is the one that's chanting right now. Is that why we're
Yes.
okay? Is that why we're focused on him?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oops.
And I tell him to stop or I kill the boss.
Make me a charisma check.
Working on it. Oh, it's my
All right. 17. You needed a 15. So he says, okay, I'll stop.
Now what, Kenzo?
Okay. Well, what are we trying to do here? We have the boss restrained, the gang attacking no more. We're gonna try to question the boss, or
Well, Guardian's still gotta do his surprise attack, I think, right?
Yeah. Are we? I mean, he's just gonna fight back.
It's basically just him,
Yeah.
from
These
what I
guys-
can see.
I say we just fucking kill this guy. The
Yeah,
henchman, whatever he is.
yeah, man, I'm cool with that too.
But-
It's like,
But the boss is gonna have like legendary resistances and stuff. Why haven't we focused on him yet?
He can't fight back right now. He's pinned down.
you know,
Exactly.
we said we're just gonna hold him down.
Kill him while he's pinned down.
yeah,
I mean,
but the
we've
henchman,
kinda split it.
Yeah,
the
but
henchman
what
can likely spawn things that will make this more difficult than it is.
and we also may
That's
have questions for Valerian why he's pinned down and he can't attack before we kill him.
Yeah.
Like,
But the
we had
henchman
that
has
whole-
also decided to give up.
yeah, but I mean,
I mean-
if we start asking questions and get distracted, what happens if he does something? I mean, it's just easier just to get rid of him.
I don't know.
Alright.
But
We're
bring
also,
him to
we're
speak
also
to the
sending a
dead.
message.
Yeah. I don't
That's
have
possible.
any second level spell slots, so I can't use.
Oh,
spiritual weapon.
before you attack, I just want to ask Valerian why he's down before you attack the guard, since we're doing that. Who's Cyrano?
He says,
Jeez.
I know no Cyrano.
Do you know a death cleaner?
Says, the fuck?
What do you know?
I know that as soon as I escape this man's grasp, I'm gonna kill you first.
Copy and send the message.
So it looks like I still have. Dang, we should have rested.
No, I
Yeah.
rested you guys up. You guys did rest. Yeah, I think that's one of the last things y'all said last session.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
my spells aren't refilled.
yeah, mine aren't either.
Yeah, because y'all have to do long rests to get your spells back.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but a short rest is a. Only need.
Oh, that is true for you. Yeah, because you're an elf.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I get mine too because I'm a
How do I give
half-elf.
you your?
I can give them back.
You get everything back because you're a warlock reader.
Yeah, that's
There
what I
you
said.
go.
Warlock.
Yeah. All right, so
I'm a necrophiliac. Remember?
I cast spiritual weapon. Place measure, no. And I want to put him
All right.
right here next to Deddy,
Alrighty. So there's a big, bright, beautiful sword.
and gonna tell my sword to attack the cultist.
All right,
And
so
is that
he's
at
gonna-
advantage because he's flanked.
It will be. I got it. 22 hits. We'll roll a damage. 3.
That sucks.
He is nearly dead.
Fuck.
Kenzo said phone died. 1 sec.
All right.
You can
Dang
see
it.
his hand.
Yeah.
So I want to
know what?
cast. Since we're all here, No, I'm just gonna cast Firebolt on the cultist.
All right, you'll do so at advantage.
Oh, I rolled normal. Let me just roll again.
Mulligan.
Hey, Poppy.
13 hits. Roll me a damage.
5.
How does that kill him? That's one more than what you needed.
His clothes burst into flame and he becomes ash.
So like you throw that at him, and then like his like fine silken robe bursts into flames because it's really, really flammable. He's like, ah, and he like falls down. And then Valerian says, Dirino, no!
You were gonna give his soul away. What do you care?
He was my soul to take, not yours.
Well, it looks like we did it.
Yeah.
All right. Who hasn't gone? I think it's everybody, right? Oh, Oldork.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Oldork.
Oldork is gonna come over here and beat the fucking dog shit out of this guy. 19 hits, 20 hits,
Oh my god.
Dang.
7 plus 14. There we go.
God, dog.
So he basically runs in there and he's like slobbering. He's got like boogers coming out. His like eyes are bloodshot red. He's got like the blood of his enemies in his beard and his mustache. Like this is just a gross motherfucker to begin with. And he just runs in and he says, and he's just like fucking like in both of his sides. And he goes, oh, stop, no more. I yield.
So were we just torturing the dude?
No, just stay on top of him. Stay on top of him. What were you gonna do with this book?
We were gonna move the fog.
Yeah, for all the trade, right? And who are you gonna give it to? Were you the one that was gonna clear the fog?
We're not gonna clear. We're gonna move it.
Where are you gonna move it?
Asthoth. Asthoth is like the desert in the northeast. That like where all the ne'er-do-wells live and shit. There's not a whole lot of trade going back and forth, so it wouldn't have affected the bandits very much.
Did you guys put the fog here to start off with?
No!
Who did?
I don't know!
You don't gotta yell at me. Calm down.
He's being like choked out. Why would he yell at you?
If you talk with me in a respectful tone, this may go better for you.
He goes, spits in your face. There's like a bunch of blood in the
I
spit.
take my sword and I just slash his forehead.
So you give a big cut across his forehead. He's gonna take 5 damage.
So hey,
Alright.
Valerian, is there a way to remove the fog with the Book of the Dead?
I don't know. I've not gotten to read the book.
So how are you expecting to move it if you haven't read the book?
Because of the legends.
What are the legends?
The legends say that once every 1,000 years, a fog envelops this land, and that the Book of the Dead was used to prevent it from ever coming back. But for some reason, it's come back. The book is just in here. You look in there's like a big like book.
Green book in the back.
The big it's the big green smoking book in the back. It's like bound in human skin. It has like an eyeball on it, but it's like all blind, but it's still looking around. It's a really gross book. You can smell the rot from it from here, and like everybody, as soon as you walked into this room, like it made you feel very queasy to your stomach. Like the sensation of pure evil just like overcomes anybody who has like any sense of good about them. Except for Johnny Cash, because he spent a lot of time in Avernus. He feels fine.
I was gonna say that's just a Monday in Avernus. Okay. So you were gonna move it. Who's your boss?
That's what I was gonna ask. Yeah, who do you work for?
I don't work for anyone.
That's not true.
I want to punch him in the gut.
I tighten up the kunai around his neck.
So you tighten up the kunai around his neck and then you punch him in the gut. He takes 2 damage.
What
Yeah.
if like?
Oh, sorry.
Well,
He takes
no,
more than
you're
2
good.
damage actually.
What if we were able to convince him like to kind of give us the book, but to like come with us to check up Cyrano, you know, and be like, all right, well, like once you move the fog for us, like you could have it when we were done with it. Like, can we convince him of that, or is that all he was gonna do with it?
What were you gonna do after you moved the fog?
Why does he want to move the fog to the
It's for-
desert?
Well,
They were gonna
because
open... okay.
I'm sorry. Well, the bandits they want to open the trade roads back up between Starkey and the rest of the continent. It's really hurting the economy.
Hold on.
And he's like sitting there and he's like bleeding out of his sides, and old Dork is like and he says, well, since there's no trade moving between Starkey and Longgrove, the bandits of the Carabinus, they can't make their raids, so they're suffering economically.
Oh yeah, the poor raiders.
Well, they're very well funded, and they were offering us a great sum of gold.
Capitalist pigs.
Who funds the raiders?
Says, I don't know, from their own treasury, I suppose.
So you're just contractually obligated with the raiders right now?
We don't have a contract. We seek mutual benefit from this arrangement.
What would you do with the book after you were done with it? Like, was there any other purpose for it?
I would study it and become the most powerful sorcerer there's ever been.
Okay, word.
Yeah,
Well,
sure you would.
yeah, we should just kill him for sure.
So you don't. I just feel like, are you lying to me? You work for somebody. It's not just you.
Make me a insight check. You need to roll me a 10 or higher.
Insight. At advantage, since we got him pinned down?
No. This is just like your own ability to discern the truth. Yeah, so he believes what he's saying is true.
Yeah, but he's a boss.
Yeah.
So does that mean he could be lying, or does that mean he's not lying?
No, he doesn't. He truly does not report to anyone. Like, the buck stops with him within his organization. Like, you get the feeling that, like, this is only, like, a momentary sort of, like, truce alliance between these two parties to get this fog moved. Because the bandits are helping them to move the fog, and moving the fog, they would be able to more understand the capabilities of this fog, and then they would be able to, you know, grow their power by basically taking this force to the Dorvis.
So what happens to your party if you die?
Like,
He's like the. Oh,
no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was saying, I'm like, he's the leader of the whole organization, man. We've basically already killed everyone. It's essentially, it feels like.
Yeah, pretty much, except for those 3 people in the bottom corner.
Yeah, we haven't killed Tingle.
Yeah.
Tingle shows up in chapter 4 for revenge.
Nice.
So what happens, buddy?
He says, you can do your worst, but if you strike me down, I will become more powerful than you could ever imagine.
Why should I believe that? How are you gonna do that? You haven't even read the Necromancer book. How are you gonna bring yourself back? You don't know anything
Kill
about
me
Necromancer.
and find out.
Kill him.
Well, with
I
my,
wanna. Can I
Yeah.
check to see if he's like wearing any like magical amulet or like magical type of jewelry or some shit that might make him powerful?
It might bring him back from the dead.
He's like really blinged out, but he doesn't really have anything on him that like screams magic, in your opinion.
Before we do anything, I want to take his gold chain and wear it.
you know, I keep the drip. I point one of my kunai at Fiddlefinger and tell him to back up.
I take the chain.
Can we do a strength roll off to see which one of us gets it?
No, because you're holding that guy, and if you do that, he may get
No,
free.
I got mountain strength. I can hold him down with one hand.
That is true. I'm pretty sure if Kenzo doesn't want you to have that chain at this point, you're not getting that chain.
You can have everything else. I just called the chain.
I want that chain and strawberry milk, and I'm gonna get it.
All right, I said. All right, touch on I said, do we want him alive?
I mean, so it was like I was saying, even if we just straight like took the book from him and left him alive, I mean, he's still gonna try and like come back and kill us eventually anyway. But if he said if we strike him down, he'll become more powerful, so maybe he's gonna transform into some kind of fucking demon or something. But like, it feels as though either way, like there's probably no situation in which like, you know, he just gives us the book and we're like, oh, we're gonna go fix the fog ourselves and be like, hey, that's cool. I mean,
Yeah,
so
what
like, what do we? Why
we'll
don't
fight the
maybe
demon.
we?
Yeah, what if we said that to him? What if we try to do it diplomatically? Like it's like, hey man,
You're
what
like-
if we move the fog and we let you live? Does that sound fair?
So we kill him.
Kill him.
Like, can he move the fog? Like, can we make him move the fog and then we like destroy the book or some shit?
Ignotus can
Well,
do
you
that.
want-
Like our
Decapitate him. Like,
Mhm.
do it.
we say.
Do it.
Somebody say do it. Do it.
Do it.
Guardian's like, good, Kenzo, good.
I mean, Locky did tell us that these guys were kind of in over their heads, right? So
Yeah.
there's
Um,
also a chance
when-
that he could like open the book and just like fuck shit up.
When we came in, he was
True.
speaking some other language that we couldn't understand, right?
Mhm.
Was that the language of the book?
I think that's his necromancer. I think, like, because remember, Loki said that they're necromancers, but they don't know anything. So I wonder if that's because he was also transporting their souls. So I'm assuming that has to do something with necromancy. But they're also they're doing a spell to dispel like the magic on the book
Right.
if they couldn't find the keys.
Isn't
I'm just worried that if we
Wasn't-
kill him and we open up that book and we can't understand it or read it, is it worth anything to us?
We gotta get to Cyrano, don't we?
The thing I'm worried about too in this is if we let him go and read the book, all right, one, he's already a boss and he's gonna be able to attack us again. There's no true way of knowing that he's gonna cooperate with us. Two, he's gonna have a very powerful book that's going to go along with him.
Exactly. Why would you
Three.
make him stronger?
And three, we already know somebody that said that they can read it. We're counting that Ignotus can. But I mean, at the worst case, I mean, I don't trust the guy. But
Yeah, but I mean, the only
Yeah.
one we really know that said that they could do it is like Cyrano.
yeah,
So we
and,
really don't know for sure Ignotus can. I mean,
Well,
I
yeah,
guess-
It's
this
up to
guy
the
can.
roll, really.
and this guy already admitted he doesn't
This
know
guy's
what
gonna
to do.
betray us. We
But
can't.
anyway,
He's
oh,
already
oh,
hostile.
But we've already when we were the ones that kept being so skeptical about Cyrano. That's why
I
I'm saying,
know,
like, you know,
I know,
like you're
I
the
know,
ones all like, oh, Cyrano's out to get us.
I'm with you
And I'm
on
just
that.
like, well, here's a dude.
I
If you
agree.
don't want Cyrano to do it, like this guy's supposed to have the ability also.
I
I trust
agree.
Cyrano
Either
over
way,
this
we
guy.
can't. Either way, we
I
can't have
agree,
him
but
do it.
we've already attacked this guy.
Yeah, might as well kill him.
We-
We've
we've
already
already done
killed everyone in his organization except for Tingle and his friends. You know, like
feel
you, but
there's a
you
lot
can
of
get
bad
the
blood
same,
between
like-
us.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, you could get like if you could get the same result without like having to actually face Cyrano, is that not like who do you fear more? You fear this guy that we've already almost killed? Like if we can convince him to. I'm not saying that you could, but like, you know. I'm
Well, we
just putting
also-
that out there. I Magmar like has no actual like qualms of killing the guy. Like he
Yeah.
you know, like he on base level he's like, oh, we could totally kill him. I'm just putting these out there like what's more.
We sure can.
I just
Valyrian
also-
is like pissing right now. There's a big puddle of piss forming up underneath him as he's just like listening to this whole discussion.
Yeah, we're also in the case. It's like we don't know we truly don't know how powerful he is if we let him go. We know he
Exactly.
doesn't have strength, but we don't know his magic. I'm also like, I don't want Cyrano to have it, but I also don't want this guy to have it.
We don't know that
Yeah, but-
Cyrano's a traitor, though. We don't know that.
I'm pretty
don't
sure
know
he
that.
is.
We know
don't.
this
Yeah, we
guy.
don't.
Yeah, I know this guy is. I feel like the other guy is, but to y'all's point, I also don't know. Like, I'm just prepared that there's going to be a fight regardless, whether it's this guy or Cyrano or both.
Exactly. So
Oh,
let's
yeah,
just
for
make it Cyrano and just
So I'd say just killed the guy.
yeah, okay.
And
But it feels like he also wants us to kill him. Like he's been very deliberate of just like kill me, like you'll regret killing me.
I thought we
He
got-
says,
I thought
"Go
we-
ahead, see what happens."
Yeah.
But he's also so
Talking
scared that
shit.
he's literally pissed
Just
himself.
talking shit.
So
Yeah.
But he's also pissed himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I got pissed
Yeah,
in my
whatever.
boots. So,
So
It's cool.
we can chop
Yeah,
his
we
head
can
off,
kill him.
or we can knock him out and tie him with your rope on a thing. And
He's
if
a
he gets
mage.
out, he gets out.
He could get out. He's
Okay.
a mage.
We chop
He's
off his
a-
hand.
Yeah.
He's an
Chop off his
Chop off his
archmage.
hand.
neck.
and tie him.
He has
Chop off
mage
his hand.
hand, probably. What is chopping
How's
off
he
his
gonna
hands
cast
gonna?
without his hands? How's he gonna cast something without hands?
how's he gonna say a spell
If
without
he's
a
an
hand?
archmage,
and-
I
and-
assume he's like
and-
a high level mage, right? Like he's
Cut
not
off
he's
his
not a
tongue,
level
cut off
3,
his hand.
right?
Yeah,
Cut
man.
off
You don't need hands to make spells.
Okay, I agree. Cut off his
Yeah.
hands and cut off his tongue, and tie him up.
Then
well,
what?
then at that
What are we
point,
gonna
you
do
might
with
as well
him?
just kill him.
What are we gonna do with him at that point?
Is that
We don't
what's
have to
your
worry
end
about it.
game?
Why don't we
don't-
just
we
kill
don't
him
worry
and then
about
Braden
killing
can talk
him.
to him?
But what if he's not bluffing
That's-
about
yeah.
we killed
He
him?
starts
I
like
noticed.
shitting really hard.
Just kill him.
See, now he's
Wow,
shitting
he's-
himself.
he's
Get rid of
shitting
him.
in his
Kill him. Kill this guy. Sting.
Yeah, that's cool. Just,
Let's just kill the guy.
let's just kill him.
Gord-
Yeah.
Gordon,
Go
give me
ahead.
a do it. Give me a do it.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
He gets
You slice his head like clean off, and it like kind of like rolls on the floor and starts like bleeding. And then everyone's like, "Haha, Falerian!" And he kind of like looks at you right when you say Falerian, and then he kind of like, ugh.
I grab his head and I put it in the bag of holding, and I take his chain really quick because I'm faster than Kenzo. I've already called it. He was distracted, chopping his head off, and I just grabbed the chain really quick and put it on.
that's why you was talking that nonsense to distract me.
Hell yeah.
All right, so you have the chain,
Jesus.
you have the blinged out chain. All right,
And I have his head in a bag.
and you have Falerian's head, and his like gross twitching body's like on the floor. Nothing happens.
I grab my sword, just chop off his hands.
Yeah, all right, you chop off his hands.
Can I check his
Yeah.
pockets
And I cast firebolt on him and burn him to an ash.
before after I check his pockets?
Enzo, you find a dagger.
Yeah, throws on the ground.
I pick up the dagger and inspect it. Is it a cool dagger?
No.
I use it. I take the head out and I chop off the guy's tongue and then do fire bolt and melt the tongue. So now
Jesus Christ.
Don't
I
worry
think
about
we're
anything.
good, man.
Everybody.
You guys,
This man is dead.
do you guys think,
This is- So after committing a series of war crimes, so you all, Locky, the Lock Devil, runs up in here. He says, "Hey guys, you'll never believe what I was able to do." He hands you guys like a really elaborate key. He says, "By the way, you may want to be careful. You know, if those other guys find out that you killed their boss, they're not going to be too happy."
Yeah, we'll tell him how his boss was pissing and shitting as he died.
Hey, how he died's not up to me. Hey, like I said, I'm just doing my job here as per my contract. Yeah, so here's the key. If you place this key against the magical barrier that is the green shit fog over there, you should be able to dispel it, and then you should be able to take the book.
Hey, when we do that, can you do me a favor, Lucky? Also, here's a CD since you're my #1 fan.
He's like, hey, thanks. Is this new?
Yeah,
Greatest
brand new.
hits.
Brand new.
Ah, I
I'm trying to
love
get big.
this one.
Yeah, I'm trying to get.
You know, I
big
got this
here.
on vinyl at home.
Oh, not we'll put you. Hey, I just got a quick question. We're gonna unlock this and open this book. My buddy Ignotus is gonna try and read it. But if there's any unknown languages, can you just take a look at it and see if you recognize any of it?
Yeah, sure. So, like, what do we do?
do you guys think it would be beneficial to speak with Valerian or no? Like any
We got
questions
everything
you guys
out
can
of
think
we
of?
wanted.
I don't think
I feel that way too. I just want to check.
I don't think you're gonna be able to talk to Falerian at all.
I
Let's
chopped
say
his
you
tongue off.
burned him alive.
You chopped off his head and cut out his tongue. Chopped his dick off, his penis off, his foreskin
It was
off.
a little excessive.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
It
Well,
was
he's gone then.
like, even Magmore was a little
Yeah.
bit like, wow, man, easy.
Johnny Cash Fiddlefinger went a little crazy. Didn't really think his actions through.
All for the gold chain.
Settled too much.
I look at Kenzo and I just have the chance to keep bouncing it off.
yeah. Fucking Johnny Cash is like,
Can Kenzo punch him in the gut with his short burst strength?
yeah, roll me a punch, roll me an attack. Just do
Which one is it?
we don't have unarmed on you, so just do a kunai.
I'll hit him. I'll hit him with the butt of my glaive.
All right, do a glaive attack. 18 hits.
Perfect. I have an idea. Do your damage. Do it.
Oh, jeez.
Do it.
Oh no, I know what's about to happen.
Do it. Do it. I'm super excited for this.
8 damage. All right. So you take 8 damage. So you are at 15, and then roll me a hellish rebuke damage. So this is a 14 DC saving throw. I'll go ahead and do this for you, Mike, because I'm already in your character sheet.
Oh,
All right. So he's only going to take half. Does he take half damage, or is it no damage?
It's half.
All right. Roll me a damage. 19
You better
divided
be
by
lucky.
2 is 10.
Damn.
So
But hold on,
Be back in 2 minutes.
hold on. I never canceled out my shadow clone. I sent a shadow clone in here.
Shadow
both
Clone
times.
doesn't have anything to do with this magic, though. This
You
is
al-
like
you
tied to your
also-
being.
You also never said you cast it when you're in here. You just talked about the idea of it.
I
No.
never cast it.
He already had it up.
Oh, did? Okay, cool. Take that 10 damage to your little 8.
All right. So you took 10 damage.
Take it.
So,
Good trade off. It was
Guardian-
worth it.
I go to shake. I
Guardian-
go to shake Kenzo's hand. I said, "Do you want the chain for real?"
Guardian casts
Jesus
Cure
Christ, bro. Can we
Wounds.
move on?
I spit on the chain.
I cast Cure Wounds on Kenzo.
All right. Roll me some healing.
What is-
6.
6. All right. Kenzo's feeling a lot better.
And I flick Johnny Cash off.
Oh, Johnny Cash is growing on me. Because you told the whole party that.
Yeah, I said it's to spit
alright,
on you.
cool. Yeah. I tossed the key to Ignotus for the book because I think that was the plan. And then
Whoa, hey,
I'll open it. I don't care.
well, I just offered to read it, man. I've had my fair share of just crazy
Hand me
shit
the
going
key.
on in
Hand
this
me
dungeon.
hand me the key. Hand me the key. God, dog, you guys are soft. All right, Lockie, what do? I just put the key up to it and it's going to unlock?
Yeah. You just put the key up to it, and it should dispel the barrier.
Key up to it.
All right. So like you feel like as you're like grabbing this key, like it starts to like pull away from you, and like a green conduit of energy flows between you and this book here, and it's like basically just like coalescing into one big like energetic circle in the middle, and then it explodes like, and it pulses green throughout the entire room harmlessly, and then the book falls down, and then the blind eye stops moving and like centers in one direction.
All right, I pick up the book.
The eyeball starts looking at you.
I look at the
blindly.
eyeball. I look at it and wink, and I open the book.
What languages do you know?
Only Elvish and Common, I think.
Does anybody speak deep?
Oh, and whatever.
Yes, I do.
Guardian does.
How can I help you?
I say, Guardian, this looks like deep. Do you want this book?
Maybe Ignotus speaks it. I don't know.
I don't speak deep.
All right.
Oh, I look at Lockie. I said, Lockie, do you speak deep?
He says, no, I only speak infernal and common.
Ah.
All right. So Guardian
Well,
Guardian
that's all.
takes a look
I mean,
at
I
it.
know that too. You're good, Lucky. I'll see you later. I hand him I'm holding the book out, open. I say, "Hey, what's this say?"
You're doing like the whole like like what's that dude from Miami, DJ Khaled, the
Yeah.
DJ Khaled thing. It's like, hey, this is great, read this for everybody. So Guardian, do you want to read the book?
Yeah, take it from Johnny Cash and I look at it and I read it.
So like as you grab it, like the eye kind of like slimes over and starts looking at you, and it starts like pulsing. You feel like a heartbeat in your hands as you're holding this book. And Glimmer says, Guardian, I'm not sure if this is a good idea.
Well, gotta try.
Oh, hey, before you try that, I just have one quick question for Lucky.
He says, what's up?
And this is kind of the party too. So there was also a room that was locked. Did that key open any magical barrier doors?
Locky says, nah, this is the only thing that it should have unlocked.
Hey man, when we're done with this, we're gonna see if that door is open. If it's not, can you tell us how to open it? I'll give you more keys and I'll write you your own song.
He's like, I don't know, man. I mean, they're about to find out what's going on here. You may want to emscrate quick.
Okay, fine.
All right. So, Guardian, what do you decide to read the book?
I attempt to read the book.
All right. So you basically open it up, and it's like written in deep, which is basically like the Latin of the Underdark. It's like used by like in like religious ceremonies for like deeply evil beings and like old ones. Basically, you've basically picked up like something akin to like the Necronomicon, and like you're touching it, and like as you start to read it, like it's not even words that it's like that it reads in. It's like just like arcane, like esoteric formulas, deriving like grim conclusions about the rest of the universe and about the fate of all mortals. As you start to read it, you start flipping from page to page, and you land upon a word, and you recognize it as a name, and then you start to see their lives unfold and their deaths unfold. And then you turn a page, and you turn page after page after page, but you remain on the same page number. And you start to like really trip out. You're like turning page, all unique pages, but a page never actually physically turns in the book. And you don't understand what's going on, and you start to feel as if you are in over your head. So you close the book, but you feel like this like painful sensation in the back of your skull, like a throbbing, like something like deep inside of your skull, inside of your brain, feels different. There's something that is gone from you that you will never get back, but maybe there's something else there too.
You okay, Guardian?
No, that was no. Someone take the book. I can't. That was. I was trying to read it and the page wouldn't turn, but I was turning the page and I just feel different now. I can't read it.
I'll take it from you, Guardian, and just hold it. Look at him judgingly.
And Glimmer goes up to you and he says, "Guardian, you flatlined there for a second. Are you okay?"
My head really it feels a little weird, but ultimately I feel okay.
What are your symptoms? Do you feel lightheaded? Do you feel queasy at all?
A little queasy, a little. It feels like something has changed in my head.
Perhaps when we get to the city, we can find somebody who can understand this ailment.
I look at my bag and I give him a Dramamine.
So yeah, you give him a Dramamine and he pops it and he's like, "Ah, man, hopefully that doesn't make me feel sleepy later."
It was a non-drowsy Dramamine. Cool.
Well,
Words.
All right.
I guess we got. I say we head back
So-
to Cyrano.
So Valerian is still barely alive here. What do we decide to do with him? We bringing him with us, or we
Barely?
getting him here?
Wait, what do you
chopped his head
mean?
off.
Oh, never mind. I forgot. Yeah, I didn't put the skull
Oh,
crossbow. I
wait,
forgot
we
he's
had
dead.
we had a whole plan. All right, I know the weight of this book. I give it to Ignotus too, so he can feel the weight. We were going to do
Wait.
an illusion and give that to Cyrano.
I have a scale.
Oh,
Oh.
perfect.
So what's the plan though? If we give a fake book
So-
to now,
We
because
so
I mean he's just gonna open it.
While
and
you guys
realize
discuss
it's an
this, I'm
illusion.
gonna go get some more water. I'll be right back.
So I have the magical content that dispelled like from the key that unlocked it. So what I'm thinking is we can base an illusion based off the weight of the book. That way he can't tell the difference between the illusion book and this book. Obviously, if he starts reading it, he's trying to change anything, there can't be anything, but we may be able to get his intentions of the book. We talked about that last time.
Yeah, we definitely did. I just feel like, it's kind of like, how can he really make a fully accurate illusion? Like, even Guardian couldn't really read it. So when he opens it, he's immediately going to know because he can read the book. So if you make an illusion of it, you can't really make an illusion of something that, like, it's kind of almost like an invisible book in a way. Like, only he has, like, the ability to kind of read it.
Well, what I'm thinking that we could do is we could look at the pages, and the illusion would be of this book and the contents in it. Obviously, we don't know what it's saying, but it'll have the content that's in it, but it won't have any magical power of it because it's an illusion of it.
Well, let's ask Trey. So what I was saying is, if we were to make an illusion of the book that even was the exact same, like if he went to open it, would we actually be able to make an accurate illusion? Because like even Guardian couldn't really read the book, like he was flipping through the pages and stuff. So like, how could you really make an illusion of something like accurately if he's the only one that would really be able to read it? Or is
Yeah,
the book,
so-
like, it's still got.
If you're gonna give him an illusion of the book with the actual words and everything in it, then you might as well just give him a book.
So
Well,
the way that it would work, so like basically like opening the book and attempting to read it if you speak deep. If you don't speak deep, like it just looks like a bunch of scribble scrabble and like hieroglyphics and shit. If you do speak deep, basically it just causes you to trip balls. So like I don't know if like there's any kind of illusion that you guys would have access to at this time to accurately recreate that.
So it's essentially, if we made an illusion, he's immediately gonna know it's not the book.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I bet Ronk could read the book.
Because my theory too of why Kyle may have felt that way too, or why Guardian may have felt that way, is also Guardian's not a necromancer, and this is a necromancer's book. And we know he is a necromancer because he's a death cleaner.
Also,
Hey,
What
can
would
I
necromancy
try
have to do with
something?
the fog?
So I want to. I got that amulet, and I have some kind of necromantic power. I feel like with that amulet that's in my chest now. Can I just like touch the book and maybe see what happens?
that's actually a really cool idea.
I hand it to him.
So like
Yeah.
you basically take the book in your hand and the gross like albino blind eyeballs squishes over and looks at you. And it opens itself up and you put your hand on the pages and like you start to like incant your speak to dead, and we just added that. So let's get a nice clean sound effect of that. So you
Hold on.
place your hand on it and tell me what that looks like, Braden.
Wait, are we doing my speak with dead animation?
Yeah.
Okay, I initiate the spell and it's super powerful. So I kind of convulse over, into like a fetal position. And then all of a sudden the just spell takes a hold of me and my body just like convulses back and I levitate in the air. And then this green mist emits from my eyes and mouth. And then all of a sudden this sound effect plays.
I take out my phone and start recording.
fucking love it.
So like after that sound effect plays, basically what happens is like you find yourself like nowhere. You are just in inky blackness. It is nothing but you in this book. And the book says to you, another. Ask your questions.
Oh shit. Is it possible to dispel the fog with this book?
Yes.
More.
How do I do that?
It like doesn't use a word. It doesn't speak to you with words, but you get like an impression of like having to use very powerful like necromantic rituals to basically bind the souls that are already in this tome back to the tome. The tome is actually releasing the souls of those that have been encapsulated inside of it to release this fog.
Does it have to? I'm just asking the DM, and but does it have to be the souls of this tome, or does it just has to be souls that have to come back? Like, i.e., example.
You wouldn't really be able to ask it. I mean, you could ask him to ask it, but like
No, yeah, that's that. I guess that's what I'm wondering. I mean, that's up to you.
What
On
what
the
happens
notice,
to these
could you
souls
command?
once they leave?
Could you command the book to release the fog?
That's
I mean, it's obvious, like a sentient being, since you're speaking to it.
That's true.
Oh, don't ask it. Just command it real quick, because that doesn't count as a question.
Oh yeah, you could just like skip
Just
it.
make it a
Yeah,
statement.
yeah.
Okay. Let's
We can
try.
bypass Cyrano.
Book Dispel the Fog.
It takes a look at your arcana. It says no.
All right, so we have to have a necromancer do it, but we still have 3 questions.
It didn't say
What-
it couldn't. It just said it wouldn't.
What happens to this souls once they are dispelled?
Are you familiar with the rain cycle?
Not in
Don't-
this
don't-
context.
Don't ask a question.
That was its answer.
We have 2 more. Oh, okay.
I got. All right, yeah. Whisper it to me. Tell me what you want.
Okay.
My other question was gonna like this is off the books. This isn't actually being spoken aloud. My other question was are you familiar with the Death Cleaner? Wasn't that the guy's name?
It's Cyrano, but he's the Death Cleaner.
Yeah.
That's all I was going to ask him.
It says no.
So we got 1 more.
All right. Any ideas?
I was going to say, does it, because this may be another reason why I'm skeptical of Cyrano. Again, this is just my suggestion. I want to go with everybody's. But the thing it answered was the souls of this tomb back to the tomb. So does that mean they have to be souls that came from here, or can it just be souls that have to return here? So, example, if Cyrano's a Death Cleaner, if he killed people, could he dispel their soul back here to get rid of the fog? So that means Cyrano would have to kill a bunch of people to release this fog.
Wait,
I'm sorry. I have one thing. Like, could we ask it to trade the soul of the next person who reads the book to dispel the fog?
Ooh.
So hold on, Trey. Can you clarify something? I
Sure.
thought you said that the souls were dispelled from the book to dispel the fog, not that souls were put into the book to dispel the fog.
Here's the way that it's working. So the book has a bunch of souls from like thousands and thousands of years of like occult sacrifices, like bound up inside of it. It is basically expelling parts of those souls, and it is causing this fog. So basically what's happening is the souls can't get to where they need to go because they're becoming fog. The fog settles down and becomes condensation, and then goes back up into the book. So basically, there's like the fog. What you're realizing is that it is the tormented souls of 1,000 years of sacrifices.
That's what I'm
being
saying.
down here forever.
Like, could
But
he?
we could
like,
destroy the book and disrupt the cycle.
Well, we destroy the book, the souls will stay out. They have no conduit in which to
return.
That was my thought was with the
Mm.
Cyrano thing was like it's almost kind of like a star imploding on itself sort of situation where like you put something of like such critical mass into it that it kind of dispels itself in a way.
Oh,
I
that
don't
was your idea. So like Cyrano.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like the next person that opens the book, be like, hey, is like, see if his soul is worth trading for that. You know what I mean? It's like basically booby trap the book, but I don't know that would work.
Oh, and instead of asking it, command it to the next person to read this book.
This probably won't work.
Yeah, I mean,
But are we convinced Cyrano is evil?
We're not convinced, you know.
Because I mean, if
we
we're not
do know
convinced,
how
then we're setting him up for this booby trap.
I mean,
Well,
he
we do
said
know
it
how
was
the
going to
book
kill him
functions,
anyway.
though.
He said it was
Did
going
he?
to kill him. Yeah, he said it was going to kill him to use the book. But that's what he said. He could have just been saying that. But so like, it's not really a moral negative if he was accepting he was going to die to use it anyway, and we booby trapped it, and it was like whatever. I mean, he said he was going to die to use it. If we wanted to just hedge our bets and be like, oh hey, he was cool with dying anyway, and in case he was going to backstab us, like,
That seems kind of dirty. That seems kind of dirty to me. If
He
we
said he
don't
was going to
know,
die.
that don't mean I want to shoot him.
He said he was going to die to use it anyway. Like, that's what he said. I don't know. That's Magmar's point of view.
Any other ideas?
I don't know. And
All
Cyrano
right.
probably is evil. I don't know.
Yeah. I see it.
All right.
You
Hey,
can
book.
decide.
Could you take the soul of the next person to open this book and use it to dispel the fog?
I make no trades.
No trades. Okay. All right. I go back to normal.
All right.
Wait, were we able to ask more, or is it still just 5?
That was it.
That was it, yeah.
Yeah, Ignotus, you basically like come back to the ground and you like cough up a bunch of like green goo and you're like and you're like, oh, I feel a lot better now.
I like to imagine he coughed up a bunch of like floppy disks and Ethernet cables.
I feel like we know how the book is supposed to function, so maybe we could like get that information out of Cyrano to make sure like that's what he's doing,
We could also ask him on some things like, hey, you didn't tell us the whole truth. Like, we could confront him. Like, you didn't tell us the whole truth about like what you did. You're a death cleaner.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be truthful with your homies, So like, let's just.
We don't have to give him the book.
Yeah, so like, why do we need to trust? Like, why should we trust you on this? Like, you need to tell us everything that.
All right.
I mean, all roads are going to lead back. All the roads are going to lead back to there to him anyway. If we want to clear out the fog, so.
Let's go to Cyrano. Okay.
All right, let's go to Cyrano.
I trust Cyrano.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and load up the Elven Arms in.
Oh, and I'll play Trumpet in the Forest since we're gonna be trumping back.
All right, go ahead and put that on. And this would be a good time for everybody to go pee, if everybody needs to do that.
Shit. Okay. Oh shit. That's not a good sign. I think it would be interesting if Cyrano is technically one of the souls that got dispelled from the book, and somehow he's wants to right his wrongs or something like that. I don't know.
I don't know.
So y'all don't feel bad about booby trapping the book and the man we don't even know is
So what are we
evil.
doing? Are we booby trapping the book? I missed all that.
No, we can't. We can't. We can't. No,
Yeah,
because
the book
book
refuses to
wouldn't
make any kind of trade with you.
go. Alright, I got stopping through the forest while we load up.
We're not like acting like we have a fake book or something.
So do y'all really believe he's evil?
That's the
I
wrong
think
one.
I think he's gonna get that book and like fucking turn into some like demonic lord, and we're gonna have to fight him.
Yeah, I feel like we're about to be fighting this man. Now, if he's good, great. I'm just skeptical.
Understandably.
Skeptical.
He's like, it's gonna be like he's gonna wait, and then it's just gonna transform into this well, fucking just like giant demon.
It's just concerned we're not getting any input from the DM.
Well, I don't want to because I actually know how this is going to go. I don't want to give you guys any hints.
Cyrano's gonna turn into
Who told you?
What?
What? What?
What did you say to me? What?
No, I will say on the point that I was making with Cyrano though, which is a good kind of like moral question though, right? Like, so if you were like a terrorist, right, and you were like, I'm gonna blow up a building if you don't give me this book, but like if you gave him the book, it was gonna blow him up anyway in a way. You know what I'm saying? So if you were willing to give your life to read the book, and you booby trap the book, like you were already willing to die either way.
No,
So if it
I
was
mean I
gonna
agree
make
with you
it
completely.
safer, like the book was gonna suck you inside of itself and like implode
Well,
instead
but
of
now,
blowing up everyone around you.
Like if he was gonna sacrifice himself, it's different than us like pushing him off the cliff to sacrifice
yeah,
himself.
him jumping off a cliff and us pushing him off a cliff are two different things.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, man.
He's willing to die, but we're ensuring he dies.
There's two
That's
possibilities. He's a good guy and he offered to sacrifice himself. All right, or he's a
Mhm.
bad guy and we kill him. Those are two options.
I think either way, though, we kill him. Yeah, I think because we take the control of the killing at that point.
Well, like 99%,
So either we kill
he's
a good
probably
guy
evil.
or we kill
We
a
just
bad
don't
guy.
know. We just don't know. He more than likely he is.
I
We
feel
just
My
don't
man
know.
Cyrano is good.
Yeah,
He's a
of
good-
course you think
good
so, you
soldier.
Landerothy.
He's a good
Of course,
soldier.
guy,
Biased.
that looks
He did
like
his
you.
job.
That's like me saying, yeah, no. I've been to Avernus. You know, there's some good guys there.
Yeah,
They
There's good
suck.
people on both sides.
yeah, of course
I
there
really
is.
think
Your mom's
he's
there.
like a lost soul from the Book of the Dead, man. That's why he doesn't sleep.
That's a good point, Kyle. Guardian. That's a good point, Guardian. I don't know. It's just we know for a fact this man lied to us. He's not telling us the whole truth, even when he was under truth serum. So that means one, he knew we put truth serum under him because he lied.
But did we ask him the right questions?
What if we just go in
Yeah,
there and
what
beat the
did we
shit out of
ask him exactly that he lied about?
What his
Just walk in and bitch slap him.
what his roles
Yeah.
were and everything. I can't remember the exact questions, but he said he was a battle mage, and then we come up here and he's the death cleaner. I would like to think.
But
That-
as,
that's
as,
death
the,
cleaner
as,
on the front of
as
battle
was
mage.
explained, there are multiple death cleaners. It's not just one.
Correct.
Yeah.
But you want to be called the death cleaner, you be called a death cleaner. There's a difference between, hey, I'm a death cleaner or the death cleaner.
Like death
Yeah,
cleaners would
just
be like
because-
assigned to like certain territoriries, basically.
Yeah. And
Just because he said he was a battle mage and not the death cleaner doesn't mean he didn't lie.
Yeah.
Or doesn't mean he did lie. I mean,
doesn't mean
Yeah,
he
he
told
just-
the truth either.
Yeah.
He did
doesn't
something
go into
He told the
undead.
truth about what he told us.
that we know
Yeah.
that we believe.
the death
Either
cleaner
way-
could be a title that he's not necessarily proud of. You know.
But
Whoever says that is true.
that is true, but if you're under truth serum, it doesn't matter. You're going to say it.
I don't think you understand how truth serums work, bro. He told the truth.
He didn't lie.
But the
He just
DM had
pretend-
also the DM had also hinted at something when he discussed this with us.
That could also be fog paranoia.
He lived for hundreds of
I
years,
know, I know,
and he
I
was
know
in the
about the
military
fog.
for hundreds of years, and he gave us one job title. I'm sure he's had a lot more than one.
I just think it's great that we were all on the same page, and now Guardian is sticking up for his Landerothi scum,
Hey,
and
whoa.
now we're all on
When-
page with him.
When were we all on the same page? I've never been against Cyrano.
No, I know, not you.
I like Cyrano. He
Okay.
always gives us free alcohol.
All right, Johnny Cash, you just have daddy issues. You just have daddy issues, Johnny.
I'm praying you guys are right. But if you're not, I want you guys to be the first one to come up to me and be like, hey, you're right. Sorry about that.
Would you like a long
And I'll
rest
be
or
the
something?
first one to apologize if
Before we
I'm
go in
wrong.
there?
Magmar would be skeptical, but like it's Magmar skeptical of the situation, but it's kind of like I don't really know what else we're gonna do. So
No, I agree. I'm in the same boat. Like I'm worried. I am worried. That is all.
DM, can we say that we long rested before we get back to the inn?
Basically, what I'm going to do is like everybody used their final short rest of the day to make it back here. Because y'all used the song, and then y'all did a short rest in the last episode between then and now y'all have short rested again on the way back here because y'all just had a great old time tromping through the woods and having this ethical debate.
So fellas, Ignotus does not have all his spells back. He's not fully recouped. And if we think we're going to fight, we need to at least come in and to the inn and rest before we confront Cyrano.
You go chill with the goats and take a long rest?
No, we just go in like normal, like we haven't found the book yet. And just say, we got to take a rest, we're going to go back out.
I'm for that.
Point.
All right. I'm for that.
That's a very good point, Gordon.
Right. So y'all go tromping through the forest and are having this debate on the way there as we all loaded in, and we all find ourselves in front of the Elven Arms Inn. What do we do?
We go in and take a long rest.
All right. Everybody opens the door, and hang on before we move any further. Let me.
Are we gonna act like nothing's amiss when we go in?
No one's here.
Oh.
Didn't there used to be like a table here?
No, there was no table there.
I think you're just high.
Wait, this door. Wait, I'm knocking on this door right here. Oh.
All right, so you open the door there. There's nothing there.
Okay, weren't there rooms missing? Are there any rooms that are here that weren't there before?
This one's here again.
The store's locked.
That's the kitchen.
Wasn't it his office though too?
Yeah.
This room stinks. Someone used it recently.
There's a big like fibrous turd floating in the water.
Hey DM, can I inspect this room since it wasn't here before?
So roll me an intelligence check.
Give me a second. Sorry, I didn't have my sheet up. Intelligence.
Wow, that's kind of shitty.
That's very shitty. Can I get a mulligan?
Oh, you're inspired.
You are inspired.
Yeah, fuck it. All right. Yeah, fuck it. All right. I'll use my inspiration. Dude, I don't think I'm that inspired, bro.
Like you start like looking at this room and like you feel like a sense of like pure evil in here, and you're just like, I can't tell if this room was here before or not. I don't even remember.
Yeah,
Guardian goes up to him. What are you feeling right now? What's up?
I'm feeling some evil, man. You want to look in there and see if you can sense anything?
Yeah, let me go check it out. Can I do an intelligence check?
Yeah, do me an intelligence check.
+0. No, man.
I don't feel very good.
Guys, obviously, I'm the most intelligent person here. Give me 1 second.
Johnny Cash probably believes that.
Magmar is gonna be like not concerned that nobody's in here. He's just gonna go
Oh my
sit by
God.
the fire.
Magmar, it feels warm, and then Old Orc. Where is Old Orc? Did I not put him in here? I didn't. I forgot. There's 2 glimmers, and I forgot to put down Old Orc.
Wait,
Hang on, let me put Old Orc in here.
Glimmer, do you sense
didn't
anything?
There he is.
our rooms used to be upstairs?
No, that was old. Our rooms have always been on the left side.
I know that,
Yeah.
but it was. Did we go upstairs or we never went upstairs?
No.
That was
Oh, okay.
that was before when we had when we rescued the prince or whatever, like the fancy guy.
Yeah, the other end.
Can I use my lockpick to try to open the door?
Yes. You need to roll me a 15 or higher on a dexterity check.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
All right. So you're fiddling around with that lock, and it busts right open. What do you see?
The kitchen. There's 2 more doors over here.
You open the door, and you
Oh,
see
fuck.
Cyrano. Except he looks like he's aged about 100 years. He says, "You left, and you never came back. You
What?
left,
Wait,
and you never came back.
wait.
We've
I
only
say
been gone
you're not
for a
wearing-
day.
You
He's
left,
not wearing it.
and you never came back.
He's not wearing his hat.
You left, and you never came back.
The Cyrano, what's wrong?
No, guys,
You left,
It's not him?
and you never came back.
back up. This is not good.
You left,
Hey.
and you never came back.
I tell everybody about what Mr. Satan told me.
What did he tell you in episode 1?
So
You left,
I noticed
and
he's
you
not
never
wearing a hat.
came back.
Mr. Satan specifically told me to stay away from the man with the pink gem in his
You
head.
left, and you never came
Jesus.
back.
You motherfuckers, you guys!
He's walking
No.
toward you. You left,
No.
and
no,
you never
no,
came back.
Get out of here!
Throw him
Go!
in the bag of holding.
No!
Cyrano, what are you doing?
I opened the
Close the door.
You
Close it.
left, and you never came back.
Lock the door.
I cast
shit.
Thunderwave on
You
him.
left,
I cast Thunderwave on
and
him.
you never came back. You cast Thunderwave. Nothing happens.
Jesus.
Ignotus, do me a strength check. You need to roll me a 20 or higher.
He doesn't have. Oh, okay.
Or wait, what? Wait, who has the book?
No, don't worry about it. He's doing the notice. Don't worry about it.
No, because he knows where the book is.
Oh, I have it.
You can
Oh.
smell it.
Then roll me a strength check. You need to roll me a 20 or higher.
Oh wait, no. Did you ever give it back to me after you did the death
I don't
thing?
think I did. I mean, we never said we did, so I mean, fuck it.
Yeah.
Whoever.
'Cause I took it from Kyle, then I gave it to you, and then you had it.
All right.
So if you didn't
fuck
give it back to me, you have it.
it. Oh.
And this time,
shit.
Magmar and Old Orc are gonna be like, "Hey, Cyrano, how about some beers?"
So, like, you feel like some sort of force pull the book away from you. And, like, you are giving it all your might. And he says, "You left and you never came back." And then
Fucking knew it, bro.
the book flies away from you. He catches it. And he says, "Sleep." Everybody
Guardians-
feels a
Guardian's not
sensation.
affected by sleep.
Interesting.
DM did not account for this.
I did not account for this.
punches you unconscious. Everybody else passes out.
As you're backing up, you trip over the bear, hit your head.
Here's what. I'm sorry, I didn't account for that. I'm a bad DM. Here's what happens.
He says rest instead of sleep, so he casts rest.
Here's what happens. As he says sleep, you notice like everybody around you like start to fall to this like this magical trance that puts them to sleep. And then he looks at you and he like all like you just feel this like this telekinetic not telekinetic, this like telepathic link open up between the two of you. And then he says, "Your light is nothing here." And then you look over, glimmer dims and falls down to the floor.
Oh,
In the darkness zone.
Cyrano, what are you doing?
He's go- he says, "Sleep." And you go comatose.
Johnny Cash is dreaming of being right. Everybody's just on their hands and knees, like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
No, he's been possessed. Clearly, this clearly isn't Cyrano.
We have to save him.
This is BS.
We have to save him.
Everybody should be loading in here in just a sec. This is a much smaller file.
Yeah.
I'm in. Yeah.
Thank God.
All right.
Are we awake? What's going on?
You wake and you find yourself in the Elven Arms Inn in your room. Before we all move forward, everybody feels extremely sick. Like you've slept for who knows how long. Something's wrong here. Guardian, like you wake up and you start coughing and like a bunch of like black goo comes out of your mouth. What do we do?
I want to start checking the rooms.
Start looking around me like, why are all these cobwebs here?
It's like it's aged.
Yeah. Magmar is very pleased that the fire is still lit, at least.
Whoa, hey.
Didn't Cyrano
come
say
check
it had
this
been
out,
100?
guys.
How long did Cyrano say it had been since we'd come back?
Like
100 years.
DM, can I inspect this light?
Yeah, inspect it. Roll me an Arcana check. Need to roll me a 12 or higher. 15. Like as you reach your hand out and you start to like sense the field that's like kind of like emanating. You look below and there's actually like a carved out, like hastily like scratched out hole dug here that is emanating this red light.
Guardian wants to check out this
Scratched out.
back
hole.
here. Jeez, what is that?
That is just a cabinet with a bunch of cups on it, but not enough cups for us to keep breaking them.
Johnny Cash just wants to look at everybody, just stare at them.
He was
With
clearly
a lot of-
possessed, Johnny Cash.
You were delusional.
You're delusional. It didn't sound like Cyrano at all.
So what's up with this red light?
There's a big hole in the floor that is emanating a red pulsating light.
I want to look in the hole.
Can we throw something in it?
Yeah. So,
Or
Daddy, you throw
jumps
something in it, and you hear like a pating, pating, pating. It's probably about 12 feet deep.
So we can make that jump down there, right?
Yeah, it's not going to hurt
You go first.
I will. All right. Johnny Cash jumps in it.
All right, Johnny Cash jumps in.
Guardian wants to jump in on top of Johnny Cash.
Guardian jumps in
DM.
directly on top of Johnny Cash. What's up?
DM,
Mike?
can you move me in the hole? My computer froze.
Yeah, here you go.
But I go down safely using my grappling hook.
All right, so he goes down the hole.
Yeah, it
I
feels
guess
like
we're
an Elden Ring boss, like room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we're all going to the hole.
Yeah, we'll just spawn back if we die.
All right,
His
should be loading
room?
into the next zone.
Oh.
You guys all, before we all start moving around, you guys all find yourselves like in this like really damp cavern. The walls, this doesn't really do a good picture of it because it's just like the colors for walls didn't exist. But like the walls are kind of like red and oozing, and kind of like undulating and almost breathing in a way.
Are these potions on this table?
Yeah, so you look there, and there's like just a series of just like tinctures and potions. Some halfway made, some already made, some just like bottles that are just fermenting.
Can I see if there's
Hmm.
any that don't make us sick anymore?
Roll me an intelligence check. You need to roll me a 12 or higher. Damn. So like you look at these and you're like, this is like evil potions in like a gross, like slimy cave. I don't know if I trust these. Ignotus, you take a look at them and you're like, this can't be right. You like swirl one of these things around and like you start seeing like faces start to like coalesce in the almost kind of like milky like sparkling fluid within the bottle, and they like start to like they almost look like they're screaming, and they kind of like coalesce into each other and like swirl around, and it starts to settle as soon as the motion in the bottle stops churning. Basically, this is you don't know what this is, but you know that it is something that is pure evil, and we don't quite know what it does, but it's evil as fuck.
Oh, shit. Okay. Hmm. Can I take one of the potions and just kind of?
Yeah, you pocket one like a mysterious skull potion. I'll add that to your inventory later.
Can I
Like,
call
already take a
Mr.
swig of
Satan?
one.
Jesus.
That
You
would,
got some balls, dude. You're crazy.
Glimmer flies up and he says, "Guardian, that would be unwise."
Can I call Mr. Satan?
Yeah, so you whip up your cell phone and like it doesn't even turn on.
Like hit it, and I take out the battery and put it back in.
Yeah, no. You like take out the battery and you blow on it and you put it back in. Nothing.
Oh,
Alright,
hey guys. It's over here to the right.
Oh no.
Oh.
You look forward. What do you see?
I see a very pale man doing some. It looks evil. This is pretty evil looking. I just yell out, "Oh!"
Like the man that you see in front of you is like the sickliest pallor you've ever seen in your entire life. He is sitting there and he is slitting his own wrists and bleeding onto this
Oh my
altar.
god.
The room around you is like pulsing and undulating to the rhythm of a heartbeat. And he sits there, and as he pours the blood onto the altar, you realize that it's not just the altar he's pouring his blood onto. It is the Book of the Dead. It is sitting there, and it emanates a green glow that bathes his entire body. You vaguely recognize this thing looks kind of like Cyrano.
Cyrano! What are you doing?
Cyrano.
He says, "Remain where you are."
Explain
That's
yourself.
the first time you've talked normal this entire time? Where's the well? Just sit right there. Why did you lie to us?
Says remain where you are.
Just
For
say
what?
something else. He's not possessed.
He's possessed by the red jewel in his forehead, clearly.
We'll free you,
You
Cyrano.
wore a do-rag the whole time. I guarantee he probably was hide that shit.
Everybody make me a perception check.
Oh, I get advantage, right? For perception.
Yeah, everybody gets a perception check, and then you're at advantage, Ignotus.
Fuck.
All right, Magmar, Ignotus, and Guardian.
Oh damn.
You look around. Let me do something real quick. I'm gonna do a little bit of like how the sausage is made type of deal real quick, so I can properly explain this. Give me 2 seconds. Also, it's getting a little bit late for y'all. Do we want to like kind of stop here and then finish it up next time, or how do we want to do?
Will this
So
end chapter
around
2?
midnight.
Chapter 2 will end after we conclude the activities that are happening now.
It will be done before midnight.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm good.
Let's do
If
it.
y'all will pay it, will look at my stream real quick in the Discord. This is the actual 3D model of this area. What you guys notice with your successful perception checks are these mirrors kind of like stacked all around the room with the same sort of visages seen in that potion from earlier. It looks like tormented
Damn.
souls begging to escape from these mirrors.
Cyrano, don't tell me these are the souls of the people in your inn.
So that is the stream there. Let me go back. Cyrano says, remain where you are.
Cyrano, I'm going to lose my shit if that's the only thing you say. Please. Just answer question.
Should we try to attack the mirrors? Like, are they ethereal? Like, can they be broken? Like, will that help to like break whatever's happening?
Everybody roll me an intelligence check.
Oh.
Actually, this will be a history check.
History.
I'm sorry.
History.
Guardian definitely knows. Ignotus knows. Daddy doesn't know.
Magmar knows.
Kinzo knows.
Magma.
All right. So, you guys realize that this creature in front of you is something called a demi-lich. This is something that is thousands and thousands of years old. It is some sort of wizard of great power that is trying to achieve eternal life through like undead rituals and like becoming undead. He's about halfway there. So basically, one thing everybody recognized that got above a 15 is that liches have to have something called a phylactery. That is when something dies, or when a lich dies, it doesn't actually like die for good. It goes into its phylactery. You reckon that these mirrors could be the phylactery?
So if we destroy him and he dies, he has nothing to go back to.
Yep. You would need to destroy it. Like, these mirrors would be its weak point, basically.
Yeah, that's what I was. Can they be physically destroyed, or is there some kind of magical situation, or is that like we have to find out?
Oh, they're mirrors.
I
Oh,
want
so
to.
they are physical. Okay.
I want to shoot this one right here.
All right. As you do that, he snaps his fingers as you start to like light your firebolt and throw it over there, and it disappears. And then he looks at you.
I was shooting with my gun.
Oh, well, either way, whether it's
Yeah.
your gun or that, it's he uses a dispel, or not dispel, what's it called? Counterspell. And he basically prevents your gun from firing. And then he looks at you and he says, after I kill you, I'm going to rape your corpse. But don't worry, I'll be gentle. And then, now we're in a fight.
Cyrano, put it in Avernus. I've been threatened worse. Oh, is this a Doom song?
Glimmer flies up and he says, guys, let's kill this motherfucker. All right, Guardian, you're first. What do we do?
All right.
His name is non-player character.
I say, all right, guys. So I rush in, and I cast Well of Radiance.
All right, you cast your Well of Radiance, and it sounds something like
Find it.
this. I think you got overpowered by the Doom music.
Yeah.
All right, but there's your well.
All right. Then I'm gonna use a bonus action, cast Spiritual Weapon.
All right, and by the way, just to let you guys know, I full rested all of y'all from that sleep. You're back at full. So you need Spiritual Weapon. Where do you want it?
Right there's fine.
All right.
And zoom, and I want to attack with it.
All right.
Don't forget to get enraged.
I would never.
You'll do this at advantage too.
Oh.
16 hits. Roll me a damage.
8.
8. All right, so you deal 8 damage to him. Oh my god, that's not how much HP he's supposed to have. Whoops, I fucked up. All right, so he's got this much. Whoops.
Wait. Minus 48.
I died.
I gave him. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Keep going. So you deal 8
All right.
damage to him.
Okay. Then I call upon the wolf, Yehigu.
All right.
that
You
demand
call
his
upon the
respect.
respect of the wolf.
And then
All right.
I reach out and I shout inflict wounds. Spell slot 1. Yeah.
You'll do so at advantage.
14.
14 hits. That's the number you needed.
Alright.
Roll me a damage.
18.
18. So you reach out and you grab him by his. Or how does that look, first of all?
So I reach out, I grab him by the shoulder, and I yell out inflict wounds.
All right, so you say inflict wounds, and you feel that dark, like necrotic energy go into his flesh, but like it kind of stops and retreats and flows back up your wrist, and it only deals 9 damage to him. He is resistant to necrotic damage.
Oh.
And what is 42 minus 9? That would be 33, right? There we go.
I guess we didn't know how much health he has. So I yell, all right, guys, I got him distracted. Y'all take out the mirrors.
All right. So next, it's actually his turn next.
Oh god.
And he says, I'm going to show you what inflict wounds really does.
Oh god.
Oh, does it hit?
No,
It doesn't fucking hit.
It
Damn.
doesn't.
Nice.
I look at him and go, lame.
Gotta be quicker,
All
old
right.
man.
So here's what he's going to do. He is going to cast. I know I gave him this. He's going to use a lair action, first of all, to cast Black Tendrils. He's going to cast it right here. So basically, everybody in this red square needs to make a DC 15 Dexterity saving throw, real quick, and then I'll tell you what I'll tell you what happens.
You said a dexterity saving throw?
Yeah, you need to get a 15 or higher. Magmar does not make it, unfortunately. Kinzo makes it.
I want to use one of my inspirations.
Okay, yeah, roll me a mulligan.
All they noticed is practice meant nothing.
Fuck.
My horns really
Damn.
weighing me down, bro.
So basically, everybody but Kinzo is about to have to take 3d6 damage here.
I rolled the wrong one.
Notice is about to die.
Oh,
Oh,
go
yeah,
ahead and roll
you're-
it, Daddy.
Yeah, I'm about to fucking die, bro.
No, I don't. Daddy's not in it. Daddy's not in it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Daddy's not in it. You're fine, Daddy. It's just
Oh.
Magmar, Kinzo, Ignotus, and Old Orc. So Old Orc needs to do it. Dexterity saving throw. He's an NPC, so he doesn't actually have saving throws. We're just gonna make him a check. 12. He doesn't make it either. So here's what happens.
This man jumps 15 feet in the air. He's on dexterity.
All right, so everybody except for Kinzo takes 11 damage real quick.
Oh my.
And Magmar,
God.
you are raging. This is bludgeoning, so this is only going to be half, so you'll only take 5. You're at 21. Kinzo, you're fine. You're at 4, and Old Orc is at 25.
Oh my gosh.
So here's what happens. He basically uses his lair action, and like big, gross, dripping black tentacles erupt from this this pentagram on the floor here, and they all like take swipes at all of you, hitting Magmar squarely in the chest, basically slamming Ignotus in the ribs, cracking some of them, and then hitting Old Orc in the face. And everybody is quite wounded from that. And then what he's going to do is he is going to cast Hold Person on Guardian. Guardian, make me a wisdom saving throw. You rolled a nat 1. Oh, God. So he basically reaches out to you, and he points his finger, and he says, "Remain where you are, and you cannot move. You are held."
Oh god.
And he is going to walk this way. And then what bonus actions does he have?
Jesus.
None. All right.
Were those not his bonus actions? Fuck.
Kinzo, you're up.
With great determination to save my friend and seeing all the chaos and damage around me, I activate with great fervence Shadow Clone Jutsu, and I get into the most defensive stand a motherfucker has ever seen.
All right. So your shadow clones pop up.
Yep, they sure do. And I use my movement to attempt to save Guardian, but I can't. But I do get inside the well for damage protection.
All right, so you're in the well and you walk up on the Guardian, and like you trying to like pull on him, but he is like basically like frozen in time and space. His eye kind of like looks at you, and he says, "Ah."
Say, damn, Guardian. And I end my turn.
All right, Ignotus, what do you do?
How does the well work?
You gain 2d6 HP whenever you start your turn within the well.
Okay, I'm gonna move to the well. And then I see Cyrano going to this mirror, so I want to shoot magic missiles at the mirror.
All right. So the mirror has 10 HP.
Oh, okay. All right, let's do it then.
All right, roll me 3 magic missile damages. 5, that's half of it. 4, all right, mathematically it's
go.
impossible not to break
Yep.
it. All right.
Wait, can I? Well, never mind. No, it's fine. I can't do it. You're good.
All right. So you broke this mirror here. It shatters, and then like Cyrano goes, oh!
All right, that's my turn.
All right, Johnny Cash, what do you do?
I'm gonna go here and use my rapier to attack this. Do I need to
You'll
roll
use-
for an attack or just damage?
You'll do this at advantage because you're using a silvered weapon. $19 hits. Roll me some damage.
What is the hit for the beer, by the way?
It's 12. The thing about magic missile is that it always hits, though.
Oh yeah, no, I knew that. Yeah.
All right,
6.
that's 12 damage. All right,
Oh, yeah.
so that destroys that mirror there. Because you recognize, like, as you stab your rapier into it, this thing it's like the mirror is some kind of spiritual being.
Yeah. And is he technically a shapeshifter since he shifted into a different shape?
He is a spiritual being as well. He's like some kind of like undead thing. He's not like a shapeshifter. This is like he's decayed while y'all been gone.
And then what do I have in my inventory? Yeah, is my Rat King ring a bonus action?
Yes, it is.
Perfect. I'm gonna use that.
All right.
And I'm gonna summon one big rat, and I'm gonna command it to go after just the the mirrors, to attack the mirrors.
All right. So you summon a big fat rat, and he's just gonna act on your turn. Giant bat, giant boar. Where's the giant rat? There it is, giant rat. So he's gonna poof into existence in front of this one here, and he's gonna turn around and start like nibbling on it. He's gonna do a bite.
Oh my gosh!
A 9 does not hit.
How you miss a mirror?
It's not that he missed it; it's just it's too tough for him.
Oh.
All right, Deddy, what do you do?
I'm gonna go to this mirror here and try to do some Fury of Blows.
All right, roll me 2 attacks. 14 hits, 12 hits. Roll me a damage. 2 damages. 4. That's 8. So
And
you
let's
basically
go with the
like
one check. Oh.
beat the fuck out of this mirror.
But you said it needs 12 to break, right?
Yeah.
So let's
Or-
do a final whack with the nunchuck.
Ah, damn.
Damn. Alright.
All right. What else do you do?
I'm gonna go ahead and position myself over here. And that's the end of my turn.
All right. So what's gonna happen is next is Magmar. What do you do?
I'm gonna run up to the mirror that she. Oops, I got the wrong thing on there. I'm gonna run up to the mirror that Daddy was attacking, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with an axe.
All right. Roll me a 12 or higher on an attack.
Yeah.
16 hits. Roll me a damage. I think it's mathematically impossible for you to not destroy it because you're raging. I think, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a 9, so.
Yeah. Let me put the rage status effect on you. You're Angie. We'll make it. We'll make it this one. I don't. I don't know what I usually use, but you're raging.
It's usually fire. I have the fire on, or like.
Yeah, that's the inspiration.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Word. So that one's dead.
All right, so that mirror crashes, and then Cyrano goes, "Go!"
Then I'm gonna move to right here, and I want to use my other attack. So, you know what? Can I move to the mirror in front of Daddy and then make it back into the ring? Is that enough? I'm not really sure.
I think so. Where were you before?
I was like right here-ish, I think, maybe.
Yeah, so you would have gone 1, 2, 3. That's
Okay.
15 feet. And then you could go 1, 2, 3, another 15, and that would be your movement, and then you'd be able to attack this mirror here.
It'd be there. Can I move instead to right here?
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay, then I want to use my Dwarven Thrower.
So the way that it works is whenever you're dual wielding, you get 2 attacks of that weapon, but you wouldn't be able to switch weapons.
That's cool. I'll do, instead I'll just use my Call of the Wolf.
All right, hell yeah, even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
so
gonna
you
do
get your
that.
Respect of the Wolf, so you get your turn back for free.
Excellent. And so then I'm going to use my Dwarven Thrower to throw it at the mirror that's in front of Daddy.
All right, roll me an attack, 12 or higher. 16 hits, roll me a damage. 5. All right, this thing is busted. It is about halfway broke.
Do I get +2 because I'm raging?
Oh yeah, that's right. So it is 70% broke.
Good work. And yeah, I don't think I can do anything else, so I'll end my turn.
All right. Here's what's gonna happen next. So Old Orc is going to go. He can move 30 feet.
There's a mirror right next to him.
Oh, there is, yes. He's gonna run right over here.
Oh damn, I didn't even see that.
And he's gonna do 2 attacks. 15 hits. 12 hits, both hit. Damage, 8. All right. That is 13, so he destroys this mirror right here with gusto. It is destroyed. And by the way, I forgot to mention, like, every time you're killing these mirrors, like, souls are flying out.
Yeah.
Like, you're seeing, like, this, like, and they're all kind of, like, coalescing into the roof. All right, and that's what Old Orc does. Next is Guardian. You're held. You can't do nothing, actually. So,
Saving throw, right?
what's that?
Don't I gotta repeat a saving throw, or is it?
Oh, yeah. Let me see. We'll go back up to the hold person.
Yeah, at the end of each of its turns, the target can make another Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, make another Wisdom saving throw at 15 or higher. 20. All right. You are no longer held.
My turn's over. Unfortunately.
All right. You're no longer held. He's no longer concentrating. Oh shit, I fucked up. I fucked up on accident.
No.
Reroll. Just need to reroll him until it's his turn again. All right, we're just gonna do like this. We'll just swap those around. So what he's gonna do is he is going to stop concentrating. Where's the button? There it is. All right, and he is going to run over to Magmar Moose Knuckle. And he's going to roll an attack at disadvantage because you're in the well. Gonna cast a level 2.
Yes! Let's go!
11 does not hit. All right, you are safe. And then what he's going to do is he's going to use his final lair action to cast Black Tentacles one more time.
Fucking A, dude. Come on. These fucking
Gonna
tentacles.
cast it right here. So everybody in there make me a DC 15 saving throw. So that'll be Magmar, Guardian, and Kinzo.
Oh, thank you so much.
Damn it! What kind of saving throw again?
Dexterity.
You can click it in the chat.
I'm so not.
Magmar
If
does
you use
not
your
make
scroll
it.
wheel, or your you like use your 2 fingers to scroll down.
Enzo's
Does
dexterity.
not get any damage at all. All right, so Kinzo, you take no damage, and let's see how much damage he actually deals to everybody else. 6. All right, so Guardian, you're gonna take 6 damage, and then Magmar, you take 3 because you're raging. You're resistant to that damage there. All right, Kinzo, what do you do?
After I acrobatically dodged all that bullshit.
And like
there's,
basically what's happening is like black, like slimy, like octopi tentacles are busting up out of the hole in the ground where this pentagram is, and it's trying to like drag you in, and they're like bludgeoning you as they do it
Hey,
and
I
squeezing you
forgot.
tightly.
Kyle's sword never went.
It's part of my bonus action.
It would be part of
I
his bonus
did-
action,
so
so
does it have
and
to
being
be-
held. Yeah,
Sorry, I didn't know that. Sorry.
you're good.
So,
I'll give you a big sticker on your forehead.
I'm gonna throw my kunai. Would it be an advantage to the mirror to the northeast of me?
It wouldn't be an advantage, but it would be a regular attack. 20 hits, roll me a damage. And for that, you can go into the chat.
Yeah, that's there it is. I see it now.
Wow.
Oh, it's almost dead.
9.
Now, with it being more than one kunai I threw,
That is the full damage, but for the sake of brevity, we will
Did you
say
get a-
that it is destroyed.
you get all those cracks and crack and crack.
Yeah,
You know.
like you basically, what happens is you throw all your kunai at it, and it starts to shatter and break, and then like you blow on it, and then it just crumbles, and all the spirits emerge and bust out.
I just turn around and then it just
All right, what else do you do, if anything?
harden my defensive stance even further.
All right,
Pretty good job.
you notice you're next, and you get 2d6 healing. That is a 1. That is a 5, so you get 6 healing.
Word. Give me a second. Let me think here. I think I'm going to just try to attack the mirrors. I'll attack the one in the northeast corner.
All right, the
Magic
northeast
missile.
corner with the giant rat in front of it.
Yeah.
All right, roll me 3 magic missile damages,
Let me see.
unless the first 2 kill.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
2
Oh.
damage does not kill. 4
Oh,
does
come
not
on.
kill.
Breaking my heart. It's definitely not gonna kill it. So.
8
8.
almost kills. If it was 9, I would say it was destroyed, just for the sake of brevity.
Yeah.
But it is not quite there, but it's got 2 HP left.
All right, that's it. That's all I got.
All right, Johnny Cash, what do you do?
I'm coming for that mother. All right, so this is 30 feet.
All right,
And I'm gonna use my silver rapier on him.
do so at advantage. 21 hits, roll me damage, and we'll double it. 20 damage. What does that look like?
I look at him and I said, "You traitor!" And I just take it out and I just slice up, going across his like torso, his chin, through his ear.
All right. So you have severely fucked this guy up. So like you go through his torso to his ear, his jaw starts like hanging down and like red, like it's not blood, but like a red effluvial fluid starts to like pour out of it, out of the wound. And he looks at you deadly, and it says, "You will die, and I will make your corpse rip itself apart."
And I say, "That's nice. Respect of the wolf."
Oh, all right. So you hit him with the respect of the wolf, and that sounds like you got your turn back. 21 again. Roll me a damage. All
14.
right.
And so as soon as he says that, I say, "I take no orders from a traitor," and I just stab my rapier like through his tongue and jaw to make sure he can't talk again.
So you do that, and you stab your rapier right through his jaw, and like more of that red effluvial grime starts to like flow out.
Ooh.
It starts to seep out everywhere. Go ahead.
When I stab him, I want to pull him in and be like, "You're not going to talk to me like that again." And I just pull it out so it like goes here, just like that.
All right. So you pull that out, and it starts to bleed out this red effluvial grime, and it has like a black tinge to it as well. It like almost falls slower than gravity should allow. It's like starts to flow all around him. His skin starts to slough off, revealing just nothing but muscle within. And he like falls down to his knees. His ritual robes torn with the ferocity of this battle, and you look. Even the pink crystal on his head begins to fade.
No.
And it starts to glow once again with red energy. If you'll direct your attention to my stream real quick, you also notice, so you, as he starts to get back up, you take your rapier and you're like, "Cyrano!" You slice his left arm completely off. And he continues to stand up regardless. As the creature stands up, you see this figure stand in front of you.
Yeah, that's what I expected from a 1,000-year-old corpse, pretty much.
He looks like a pissed off like old man, and you would like see the DMV or something.
So with his
Make America great again.
He stands back up with this like red effluvial, like almost ectoplasm, surging out from the wound in his head and from the cut in his arm. He reaches out to you with eldritch force, and then he says, "One sec." He says this. I don't know if that came through very well. It's kind of quiet. He said it's not over yet.
I just tell him that's what my stomach sounds like when I haven't eaten in a while.
All right, so here's what's going to happen. We're going to delete that fight. And we're going to start a new fight.
Is it going to be like new rolls and everything?
Yeah, new rolls and everything. All right.
Let's go.
Kenzo, what do you do?
Oh shit. Enraged over the loss of my friend Cyrano, instant transmission behind him.
All right.
Catch him off guard.
The instant transmission, and it sounds something like, and you are, oops, almost moved everybody. You are now behind him.
And I stabbed him with my cave scorpion. Oh, he's immune to necrotic damage, ain't he?
Yeah. Like, presumably a dead thing wouldn't be able to be poisoned.
And so I whip out.
Unless.
Without thinking, and I whip out my glaive and attack him with it.
All right, roll me a glaive damage or
would that
glaive
be
attack. You need to overcome a 12 or higher.
Would that be at advantage because I'm surprise him?
Yes.
Yeah.
26 hits. Roll me a damage.
That's not a crit, is it?
No.
Damn it.
All right. 15 damage. All right, that hits him really hard.
Yeah.
All right, next is Ignotus. You're going to get 2d6 healing again, so you're going to get 2. And actually, you know what? I don't think I rolled that very well. Let me roll that out again. That's still a 2. I rolled 3 2s in a row, so you're going to get 4 healing, which is actually not bad for you.
Yeah.
All right, what do you do?
I'm gonna shoot the mirror in the northeast again.
My rat didn't go, by the way. Oh, we re-rolled. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we didn't get to a turn. Yeah.
Sorry.
I'll shoot the mirror in the northeast.
All right. You needed to roll a 12. Okay, so that one's destroyed because that one only had 2 HP left. So this one explodes. Souls fly out, and Cyrano looks even more weakened. There is 1 mirror remaining.
Yeah, it only has 3 damage, right?
Yep. 4. All right, so this one shatters as well. All of the mirrors are destroyed. The phylacteries are no more.
My last missile will go to Cyrano. It's only 2. Fuck.
All right. That hits him squarely. As the last mirror shatters, he starts to falter and fall down to his knees. Everything that he's going to do now will be at disadvantage.
Nice.
All right. And what else do you do, Ignotus?
That's it.
All right, Guardian, it's your turn. I'm going to roll you your healing. That was a 2, and that is a 6. So you get 8 healing.
Okay.
There you go. You're back at full health, I think. That's your maximum almost. Oh, no, you're 24. So, yeah, you're max.
I want to cast Sacred Flame on the fake Cyrano.
All right, he's going to do a dexterity check at disadvantage. And what does he have to make?
13.
I don't think he made it. 13. Yeah, he did not make it. Roll me damage, and we're going to double it because he's undead. 14. All right. You guys are fucking this guy up.
Then I use my I tell my spiritual weapon to go and attack him.
All right, it's gonna fly up and do so at advantage. I'll do this attack for you.
Okay.
19 hits. 7. All right, so he's fucked up. Or wait, no. Oops. There we go. What else do you do?
That's it.
All right, Old Orc is going to... Can he reach it? Let's see. Yes, so he is going to go up to here and do 2 attacks at advantage.
Oh my god.
23 definitely hits. 10 does not hit.
Oh.
5. All right, so he's going to take 5 damage. Whittling him down. And then what he's going to do is he's going to use Action Surge. He's going to do it again. Attack at advantage. 11 doesn't hit. At advantage. 21 hits. We'll roll another damage. 3. Great. All right. So he takes 2 big good hits at him. And he is pretty wounded. Next is him. He's going to do this real fast. He is going to cast 3 Eldritch Blasts. First one does not hit Old Orc. Second one does not hit Magmar. Oh my god, a 27
Damn.
does hit Johnny Cash Fiddlefinger.
Of course it does.
That was almost a crit.
So what he's going to do, that is going to deal 1d6 force damage plus his charisma modifier, which is going to be another +4. So that'll be a total of 10 damage to you.
I'm gonna do Hellish Rebuke.
All right. Roll me a Hellish Rebuke. What does he need to do?
Give me 1 second, I can tell you. DC 14 Dexterity.
And he'll do so at disadvantage. 4.
He'll take
All
the
right,
full
so he's
damage.
going to take full damage. Do me damage. 9. All right. What does that look like? So, like, also, he has that, like, repelling force thing. So he's going to push you, like, 15 feet back. Like, 3 squares this way.
As he pushes me back while I'm in the air, and I said, as he pushes me back and it hits me and I'm flying in the air, and I go, "Hellish Rebuke!" And I just point at him, and so, like, as it's hitting me and the beam's, like, on me, I just kind of catch it, put it over my head, and throw it back at him.
All right. So basically, yeah, that causes him to burst into flames. And he takes some damage off of that, and he is pretty worse for wear. Magmar, it is your turn.
If I want to reckless attack him, if he's at disadvantage against me, reckless attack gives me advantage on weapon rolls, but it says that now I'm at a disadvantage on weapon rolls. So does that cancel out?
He'll roll normally against you.
Okay.
But you're also
let's do-
within the well still, so also I need to give you 2d6
Oh,
healing.
yeah, that's true.
So there is 5 and 3, so you're going to get 8. So you're at 26. I think that's your max. Yep, that's exactly your max. And basically, he'll just attack you at disadvantage because you're still in the well. You've got more disadvantage against him than he has against you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So then I'm gonna reckless attack, so I'll have advantage, and I would like to add my dragon cum poison.
All right, and tell me what that does.
Once it's been determined damage will be dealt, affected creature must succeed a 15 Constitution saving throw or take 2d6 damage. On successful save, the creature takes half such damage.
All right, so 15 DC Constitution saving throws. So roll me 2 attacks at advantage, and you need to beat me a 12. 22 hits. 17 hits. Roll me 2 damages. That's 11. You don't even need the dragon cum poison. How does that kill him?
Word. Well, I'm going to go up to him and I'm going to grab him by the throat. And I'm going to take one of my axes and slash it through his leg. Then I'm going to take my other axe and slash it through his other leg. And then I'm going to headbutt his crystal repeatedly into his skull until his life force falls from him.
So that's exactly what happens. You take it and you bash his fucking skull into his head, and then the crystal actually breaks. And then all of a sudden there's like a big green explosion of energy. And then like all of the souls that were like kind of like swirling around the top of this room start to swirl even faster and faster and faster. And then they meld into the walls. All of a sudden, you start feeling the entire room shake. The large vessel that you're in right now. Everybody make me a perception check. Daddy sees it. Magmar sees it. Ignotus sees it. You guys look up. This room is a giant beating heart. And it's starting to beat faster and faster as the room starts to shake around you.
Oh shit.
Glimmer, like as soon as the the thing, the Cyrano creature falls to the ground and basically turns into a pool of red muck. Glimmer like kind of goes, because like he's been like in Guardian's pocket, I guess, this whole time, and he's and he says, "Oh, what happened?" He like looks around and like sees everything shaking. He scans the environment and says, "Guys, we need to get out of here right now."
I want to.
let's leave.
Can I grab the Book of the Dead? Is the Book of the Dead still there?
You look at where the Book of the Dead was. He was pouring his blood all over it. The Book of the Dead is now a black pile of sludge with blood all over it.
Can we take the heart with us?
The heart is this entire room.
I want to take his
What is this
crystal.
thing on this mantle here?
That's supposed to be the Book of the Dead.
Okay.
That's
I
what
wanna
it's turned
take
into now.
I
Oh,
want to take his crystal.
Let's get
The
out of
crystal shattered.
I smashed
Oh.
it.
Oh, okay. All right, let's run.
All right. So here's
about
what
the rat?
happens.
Oh, are you
The
just
rat's
gonna move us?
coming. The rat's coming.
come
Are
on,
you just
rat.
gonna move us?
Here's what happens. Everybody should be loading in here real quick. As everybody stumbles, don't move your cursors just yet. As everybody basically stumbles out and like bust their way out of the Elven Arms Inn, the whole building is basically shaking down from its rafters, and it begins to basically like shudder and undulate, and then two gigantic eyes rip open from the front of it and start to bleed. The front of the building rips open, revealing a gigantic maw. Go ahead and start like kind of like navigating up.
I
can't
can't
see.
see.
I can't
Yeah,
see
I got
anything.
black screen, dude. I
It
can't.
says
Oh,
we don't
really?
have the- Yeah, it says we
Yeah.
don't have the token of visibility.
Yeah,
we need
let me do this. Lighting, token vision off. There we go. Now can everybody see?
Oh yes. Oh.
Scroll up.
Oh shit, yeah.
You see the Elven Arms Inn rise up on its legs. It sprouts up from the bottom of it. Revealing a giant maw in its center with its tongue leaking blood. And it sounds a little something like. Cyrano's soul has absorbed into the body of a dead building mimic. You guys
Oh,
realize,
fuck me,
oh
dude.
fuck, this is very similar to that other thing that we saw. This can't be a coincidence. So now we will be in this fight, and I'm gonna go pee, and I'll be right back.
What the fuck?
I used all my stuff, bro.
I'll be right back.
I'm gonna take a wild guess. This may while it's bigger, it may be easier in theory. I'm hoping.
Hope so.
But holy crap, this thing's giant.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's the size of the building and bigger.
Well, yeah, I get that, but this looks bigger than the building.
It's thick.
I've got a great idea.
Oh, I have an oil flask. I'm going to assume since it's wood, it's going to be weak to fire.
Yeah, that's a great idea, actually. Yeah. I was gonna use Draconic Fear on it and have its fear be negative Yelp reviews.
Nice.
Look at little Ollie. Neutered twice.
Damn. Poor Ollie.
Justice for
Did he
Ollie.
really get neutered twice?
Yeah, he went into the vet for dental work, and then they called me and said,
All right, I'm back.
I'll explain after this.
That's
They just neutered him again when he was going in for dental work. but they said their paperwork said neuter, so it's a whole thing.
Fuck something up.
Yes,
Let me do this. All right. Do we want to keep going a little bit longer?
Yeah, man. Fuck it.
I'm ready
Yeah,
to finish
I
it.
want to end chapter 2. I want to end chapter 2.
All right.
Same.
So this gargantuan creature stands up before you, and then the boss music turn. Where is it? Fuck. Here we go.
Oh my
It's
god.
it stands up before you, and we're gonna roll initiative. All right, Kinzo, what do you do?
Son of a bitch, man. So I'm gonna assume this thing is weak to fire, and
Potentially.
so what I do is with a little bit of oil left in my flask,
Uh-huh.
I cover my kunai with it, and I spark them together to create these flaming kunai again. And I fucking throw my flame. I'm not my kunai. I throw my flaming shuriken at it.
All right, roll me a shuriken attack. You need to overcome a 14.
I mean, that's a big ass house. That's fucking.
I think he targeted everybody. Where am I at in this fucking rotation here?
You're 16, so
So
You're
an
under
8
Johnny
doesn't
Cash.
hit.
I guess
But it
the
is on
flames
fire.
diverted their trajectory.
So we're gonna do 2d6 fire damage. That's a 4. That's a 3, so it's gonna take 7 damage. Not very much. It's gonna go. There we go. We'll give it that much HP. All right, what else do you
Huge. Ain't no point in moving. It's all right, my turn.
do? All right, Johnny Cash, what do you do?
I take my oil flask and I throw it at the house. Dousing it in oil.
So yeah, so you throw an oil flask at it, and like basically it hits it in its like left knee,
Yeah.
and like now it's got like all this oily fluid on its left knee.
And I'm going to cast Firebolt.
All right, roll me in 14 or higher.
Where's that? Firebolt. There we go.
25 hits. Roll me crit damage. 9.
Yeah, no.
All right. So he's gonna basically, his left knee is currently on fire and continues to burn, and it is not happy about this. It looks at you. And by the way, is that your turn?
I'm going to move back.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Excuse me. Why are you at half health already?
From the last fight.
Oh yeah, from the last fight. Yeah.
Oh wait,
Forgot.
hey, you technically when all this happened and it ended, I was in the well, so I think I should get that.
Oh yeah,
healing
we'll give you
report.
2d6 real quick. Because that
It's
is
like,
true.
why are you at half health? You just like fought like a fucking.
Oh, when
Oh,
the guy,
lost.
yeah, when the guy hit me with the Eldritch Blast, I was the only one hit with it too.
All right.
I gave that hellish rebuke. I was like,
All right. You're back at full. Good. All right. So he's going to look at you. This house is going to turn its attention to you. And it is going to go. It's going to move over here.
oh my gosh.
It is going to use a tendril attack against 4 people. So here's what we need to do. Reader, Kinzo, Old Orc, and Magmar. You guys need to do this for me. The target is grappled. Alright, so here's what it's going to do. It is going to attack you guys.
9 doesn't hit. Sorry.
9 doesn't hit. Melee attack. Yep.
For me,
So
So we just slap the tendrils away.
yeah, so the tendrils basically they reach out and they like grab at you. and they are basically what they're attempting to do is they're trying to like grab you by the ankles and like pull you in. It's wanting to eat you. So since that obviously doesn't work, he's going to do a bite attack, a multi-attack against 2 people. He's going to attack who's in front of him right now. That is Old Orc and Magmar. An 18 hits Old Orc.
Yeah, I have an 18, so
A 17 does not hit Magmar. If we swapped those, it would have hit both of you, but that's not what happened.
Hey, Trey, while you're doing this, I'm just gonna go pee real quick, but I've already done my turn.
Totally. All right, 17 on Old Orc. Old Orc is hurt pretty bad from that.
bro, don't let Old Orc die.
It's an honorable
It
death.
reaches out and it chomps at him, and it basically like one of the large teeth in the front of it like scrape against his chest, and he starts to gush blood, and then the tavern screams. All right, next is Glimmer. Glimmer is gonna fly up and he goes, "Old Orc, you're hit!" And then as Glimmer is about to administer some healings, Old Orc says, "Don't bother." And then he's gonna go, "Why? What do you mean?" He says, "Don't bother." Next, it's Old Orc, and he is going to do 2 attacks with his hand axe at advantage because he's flanking with you. One does not hit. Second one does hit. Will deal a damage. He takes 3 damage, which is not very much. All right. Magmar, you're next. What do you do? And you're obviously raging too, so.
Word. Am I able to move without doing opportunity, or?
If you move, you will definitely provoke opportunity.
Okay, that's cool. Would you say that the conditions are stormy here?
Bro, I
It's
was
not
thinking
storming.
the same thing, man.
I'm just asking, is it storming?
It is not storming, but make me a perception check.
Okay.
I was trying to use that scroll too.
You can roll me a 10 or higher. 18, all right. So the chimney that you don't see on this token right here, you look up, all of the fog is emanating from the chimney now. It is
shit.
suffusing the entire environment.
Excellent. I would like to use my spell scroll, Call Lightning.
All right. Call me a Call Lightning.
I'm gonna call it straight on the chimney is what I'm gonna do. Do I just do damage?
Hey, can you guys hear me? My power went out for a second, so
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm good. It's back on. I'm just rebooting my computer.
Yeah, so
when
this
I
will. I
click
think
on
this will
spell-
just be damage.
And consume place measure template. Okay. So right here's gonna hit him, right? Yeah, it doesn't hit any of us. Can you see
Yeah,
it?
basically you can place it anywhere on him. This entire token right here is
Yeah.
is approximately as big as the building was. All right, 9.
Damn.
So
40 what? 40-10 rolled a 9?
Yeah, you
How's
rolled
that possible?
2-1-1-5.
Wow, that's
Jesus.
really bummer. That sucks. All right, so that hits him for 9 damage. All right, so basically this cloud kind of coalesces above the fog, and then it through the fog and hits the chimney and it starts to burn. So it will take a little bit more damage though because it's starting to burn. Everything is made of wood. It's like a mimic. 6, 8. All right, so he's gonna go and
Does that count as my action?
I think let's see what that was. I think it's either an action or a bonus action. I don't remember.
That's what
I think it's an action.
Let me check. Not there anymore. Yeah,
an
I think
action.
it's an action. Yeah.
Shit. Yes, for my bonus action. I don't have the ability to disengage, right?
You do, but it is a bonus action.
That's all I've got. Like, if I disengaged, I just kind of want to get spaced away from everybody in a way.
Yeah.
Is that a possibility?
I think it would be tough at this moment here.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
we'll say this. We'll say you and Old Orc are great homies. He's going to line back for you, so you can move away if you want to.
Cool. I just want to move, like here.
All right, yeah. So basically, he reaches out at you, and he's going to make an opportunity attack. But it's going to go after Old Orc instead. 15 does not hit Old Orc.
Oh, thank God. Damn, I should have known that. No, I don't want Old Orc to die.
All right.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right, Deddy, what do you do?
Sorry, I'm not in there right now. My power went out.
Oh, damn.
I'm on my phone Discord right now. I'm trying to log in on my computer. Hang on.
Dang. Are you in the same house as Justin?
Did he just lose power too?
Yeah, that's why I'm on my phone.
Oh, shit. You know, it's like storming really bad here right now.
Same.
Hang on. I don't have it pulled up yet, but I do want to attack and do a Fury of Blows if you can do it for me.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
All right, so you're gonna do 2
Is somebody
Fury.
streaming it on here so I can view it on my phone?
Yeah. Kyle, could you stream it in the Discord?
Let's see.
20 hits. 6 does not. We'll roll 1 damage. 6. All right, so you've dealt 6 damage to him so far. What else do you want to do?
We'll do my nunchucks.
All right, nunchuck. 15 hits. We'll roll a damage. 8. Another 8 damage to him. All right, it's pretty fucked up. All right,
I'll
next.
take a defensive stance and I'm done.
All right. Guardian, you're up.
All right. I want to use. I want to use Bane.
All right. Read what that does to the class.
Yeah. So, up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within range must make charisma saving throws. Whenever a target that fails this saving throw makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack roll or saving throw.
All right. So what does that look like? And what does he have to? What's the save that he has to do?
13.
DC 13 charisma.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's not charismatic at all.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah. So I cast the spell, and I say Bane, and like this aura, like goes over his eyes, so he can't see as well.
All right. What else do you do?
I suppose I'll go ahead and cast Spiritual Weapon.
All right. Where do you want him to go?
I mean, really anywhere. Probably right here.
All right. He goes right there, and we'll make an attack. 14 or higher. 8 does not hit.
Bad.
Swing and a miss. It slashes at the wood, but like it just kind of gets stuck inside of it, and has to like pull out.
It's the hardest thing to do.
All right, what else do you do, if anything?
That's it.
All right, Ignotus, what do you do?
I am gonna use my call lightning as well.
All right. Roll me a damage, and we'll just say it's using the same cloud. Like you're basically
would.
just channeling your energy into that same cloud. Like the cloud starts to swirl faster and intensify, and it starts to like flicker with like static electricity.
There you
Let's
go.
go.
That's what
All
I'm
right. 29, big time. So this one, a gigantic bolt of lightning goes right through the top of the building, and it like explodes a gigantic hole in it, and it starts to like catch on fire, and it starts to burn, and it starts to fall down. And then here's what happens. It's going to give out a mighty scream that sounds something like the fire is going to go out. The boards that like fashion this mimic are going to start to come back together, and like Limmer says, "It's healing itself."
Oh, fuck. Okay. Come on.
And then just as Glimmer, like hope starts to seem lost, you hear out of the tree line bursts the Yehegu
Let's
from
go.
all those episodes ago.
Yeah.
It's gonna leap deftly onto the arm of the creature and basically start slinging its head around. The creature's bleeding from its lips as it still continues to repair itself. Old Orc turns to the party and he says, "My friends, this is it. This is my good death." Throws down his axes. He throws down his hand axes. He says, "Magmar, these are yours."
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh no!
Okay, go.
No.
And he
You
says,
got it, bro.
"I am Old Orc!" And he is going to throw himself into the building. Like, you see, basically, it starts to stand up as it starts to recuperate itself, and then it starts to vomit blood from its gaping maw. It starts to basically burn and catch on fire with like black eldritch energy, and as it falls down, it screams one final time. And then everything sort of falls silent as the mist begins to basically
Dissipate?
withdraw itself into the chimney. It all kind of like flies back into itself, and then there's one final explosion of blood and gore all over the place,
Oh,
and
my.
nobody's here. So I'm gonna put everybody here, real quick, like.
You're
I
not
don't
telling
think
me
we have
old orc.
visibility.
Don't tell me just old orc just died.
That's cool.
Did we
That's
just-
how he wanted to go. I just didn't want him to take his axes with him.
All right. Everybody is here, and we're
Fog's
gonna turn
clear.
off
Fog is
lighting,
clear.
token vision. Can everybody see?
Yep.
Yes.
As the fog begins to dissipate, you start to find that this is a normal wood again. The strong feelings of anxiety that you guys have had for what seems to have been months and months, all of this turmoil against the party. Kinzo, you realize that there's no possible way anybody here could have been Ginyu. Johnny Cash, Fiddlefinger, you felt fine the whole time. Guardian, you realize that the mission never really superseded doing good. Ignotus, you realize that no chessboard could have been any more important than taking care of whatever was going on here. Deddy and Lamb, I don't think that we ever established what your guys' mental anguish was being here. But like Lamb is still oddly in a coma.
Weird.
It's just been dragging him
Strange.
around.
Hey, should we put him
And-
in the bag of holding?
Yeah, everybody, we can stick him in the bag of holding. And and oddly enough, Daddy, unless you've got some things to say, you could go into a coma too, because I know you're going on a big vacation.
Yeah, but I just slowly fall into a coma. Into the bag as well.
Everyone's like, "Oh shit, what the fuck is wrong with Daddy? Lamb and Daddy are both in a coma. We need to figure out how to help them in the next chapter." And then the sun starts to come up, and the hillside falls silent. All of a
Wait.
sudden, you guys notice a bunch of little will-o'-the-wisps start to kind of like slowly descend from the skies. And they say, "Thank you. You freed us." And then, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, did we meet you guys in the cabin, or are these from the original?
These are the original ones that you guys met all them years ago. And the Yehugu's also here, I forgot. The Yehugu walks up and he says, "You have cleared the corruption from my lands. There is nothing that I can do to and it also is not speaking verbally, he's just like basically transmitting thoughts into all of your minds. He says, "There's nothing I could do to ever repay you, but those of you who didn't already have my respect now will."
Word.
So basically, he's going to give everybody here respect of the wolf who didn't already have it. And he's going to say, "And go forth with my blessing." He's going to like close his eyes, and like a pulse of like blue light is going to like go across the entire landscape. And you guys now have another buff. You guys are now resistant to radiant damage.
Man, I already had that. No, it's cool.
Now you have extra. Right?
Yeah, I'm so
Yeah.
super like nobody is like Guardian is like repulsed by me in a way. Like he's too close to me.
And as the dawn comes, the Yehugu says, "I take my leave. I must repair my lands. Thank you, travelers." And then he fades away, as do the will-o'-the-wisps. And the hillside falls silent once again.
What happened to everybody that was in the cabin? Were they sacrificed? Were they a part in the mirrors?
They got fucked up by
So-
Suriname.
Here's what happens. So Glimmer, who is not here for some reason, where is Glimmer?
Check
Here he
Kyle's
is.
pockets.
Glimmer flies up and he says, "Guys, this has been ridiculous, but I have some theories." I think what might have happened was that I don't know. I don't know all the details, obviously, but that was obviously a mimic of great power. It must have died or something, and then Cyrano must have brought it back to life. He must have made the in itself, which was a mimic, his phylactery. The mirrors must have only been part of it.
So Johnny Cash had sex with the mimic.
Oh God.
No, John.
It doesn't-
So I
Is-
think that
weren't
the other
people
people.
projections? Oh, they were real? Okay.
I think the other people were real. I just think that they might have been assimilated into the mimic while we were gone.
Okay. Now I
No,
got you.
okay.
Yeah. Guardian's head
was
starts
even-
clearing up.
So
Starts wondering
why he
Cyrano
started
was
liking
the
Johnny
bad
Cash.
guy.
So Cyrano was the bad guy. Do we have confirmation on that, DM?
He turned into a fucking monster and tried to kill you all.
Yeah, he wasn't possessed, right? Like that was
No,
just
he was
Cyrano.
possessed.
So it wasn't
Land
Cyrano,
Ruthie
it was
would
what he
do
turned
that.
into.
DM was
Well, I mean, like,
was he possessed?
Glimmer says, "No, I'm pretty sure that was just him."
He was possessed by great power.
Oh well.
Yeah, it's okay to be
Yeah.
wrong, Glimmer.
It's like, I
was
just
one
wish
of
we
the
could have got
things
some more information out of him, but we need to report this to like the highest possible authority immediately.
Has it?
Mm.
Hey, Glimmer, do you think
Trump.
it's actually been 100 years?
He starts to
way.
like pulse, and he's like, "I don't think it's been 100 years, but it's been at least a few months. I don't know. We need to get to some sort of civilization, and we need to figure out how long it's been."
To Starkey.
Let's
Why
go.
not? Yeah.
Did we level up?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Yep, everybody is going to level up.
Level 5.
Oh, wait. Hey, while we're doing that, can I call Mr. Satan now?
Sure. He's like, hello, kid.
Mr. Satan!
Yeah, what's going on? You finally out of that bad reception?
Yeah, we cleared the fog. You remember the guy you told me to avoid with the pink gem?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we killed him.
No fucking way.
Killed him. Cyrano. Piece of shit.
By yourself?
No, I have a party. There's no way I could. I mean, I probably did the most damage, TBH. But we out here.
Oh. Well,
Are there any
what
repercussions
did he
to that?
tell you?
Nothing. He immediately tried to attack us. So he wanted like this Book of the Dead. Said he's gonna clear it. We got the Book of the Dead. As soon as he got there, he showed his real self. So he was like disguised as this elf.
Hey kid, that's great and everything, but do you know how long it's been since you've gotten any sales whatsoever?
No. I've been tracking this fog. I thought it's been 3 days. How long has it been?
Kid, I haven't heard from you in like 6 months.
I called you like 2 or 3 times, and I know you've answered. So
Yeah, like weeks and weeks ago.
It was literally an hour ago.
Well, time does work differently. I guess what kind of fog? You said it was like some kind of evil fog fucking with time?
Yeah, it's gone now. It's from like the Landarothi temple thing from this Book of the Dead. It's gone now, so I don't think it's ever come back. It comes here. They said every 1,000 years or so.
Oh, well, I tell you what, I'm not gonna add anything to your sentence for this one, but I assume you're heading to Starkey now, right?
We're heading there right now, and I'm about to level up. And guess what? I'm gonna level you
Hey,
up.
you better think of me, kid. You better think of me.
You know what it is.
All right. Once you get to the city of Starkey, I need you to find me 1,000 new gold.
1,000 new gold, easy. Got it.
All right, can't be nothing from what you already got.
All right, I got you.
I'm gonna know the difference. Don't fuck with me.
I know you will, Mr. Satan. I know.
All right, I love you, kid. Bye. I gotta go. Bye.
I hang up on him. Oh, God, I hate that guy.
Glimmer's like, what'd we find out?
Nothing. He asked, like, what did he tell us? So I guess we were supposed to ask him some things.
He said 6 months. We've been gone 6 months.
Oh, it's been 6 months. Yeah, thank you for that
He
reminder.
did say that.
I had it on speaker. Yeah, so we've been gone for 6 months.
Ignotus, you feel like that would, like, just a few moments ago before this fog was clear, that would have fucked with you a lot more than it does now. You're like, listen, man, this was a major fucking problem. I'm pretty sure the client can fucking get over it. They can bill me for the extra time.
Yeah, they'll get over it, dude. I just fucking saved the world, dude.
Saved Earth.
All right. Do we have any more closing words for chapter 2?
Is that cat dead too, I'm guessing?
Oh yeah, everything that was in there besides you guys were killed.
I just want to say that I'm happy I stumbled upon you guys in the fog. It's been an honor to fight alongside you guys.
Hey, you've been good to notice. Yeah, I got lucky. It's been a privilege fighting with you guys. I do just want to add, have yet to hear Guardian say anything about Johnny Cash being right.
Yep.
Just saying.
Yeah, Guardian has this little headache, and he's like, "Why did I start liking this guy again?" I start feel better now.
Magmar goes up to Ignotus and is like, I was very skeptical at first, and then I offer him like that like weird Lord of the Rings handshake where they like grab each other's forearms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you do that, here's what happens.
Oh god.
You shake Ignotus's hand, and then out of the corner of your eye, Reznov walks up and he says, "Ah, Mason, it is good to see you making allies. Trust me, we will talk more soon." And then, like, just as you start to say something to him, he's gone.
I think it's time to level up.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do? So it's getting late, and so
Yeah.
we're gonna level up next time we see each other.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Sounds good.
I was gonna ask before Kerplatz leaves, like this week when we're gaming, if she wanted to level up before, or just wait till they get back.
Yeah, we'll probably just wait till they get back.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right,
Okay.
well, fellas,
Was a
it's
pleasure.
been great. It's been fun. Chapter 2 is concluded.
That was super
Alright.
fun, Trey.
Yeah, man. It's great.
On to chapter
Great
3.
job.
Thank you. Chapter 3, here we come. We are heading to the city of Starkey.
So next week, are we gonna do Saturday or Sunday?
So,
Or this week, I guess.
yeah. We'll figure that out later on in the week. It's pretty early right now. So,
Cool.
I
Sounds
won't
good.
be available Saturday. I have a wedding.
You getting married again?
But no, it's a biker wedding, so I don't know how the fuck that's gonna go.
a biker wedding.
You know,
Are they getting
they're
married at a
like,
Harley Davidson?
no, they're like riding in on motorcycles and Brayden, you know the Jake's Bar here in Dothan?
I don't, dude.
Don't tell me they're getting married at Jake's
Wow.
bar.
Well, no, they rented out like a whole bar for the reception.
Oh wow.
So I don't know. I already got me a
Dreams
change for
do
my
come
wallet.
true.
All right, I'm heading off. Lauren just
Yeah.
Lauren got home. Someone go.
Alright, fellas.
Yeah. But this was fun. Thank you, Trey. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Dude, thank
Trey.
you guys. I super appreciate it. It's been super fun and a privilege.
That's been great.
Absolutely, man.